What's up, y'all? Just coming in to chit chat. Ain't nothing really going on. Waiting on the Little League All Star game. How y'all Sunday going this morning? Well, this afternoon for some. Hey, Brooklyn, New York boy. What's up? How your Sunday going? Hey, no nonsense. How you doing? How your Sunday going? How you feeling? Happy Sunday. Ain't doing nothing. Just come on here. Just gonna talk a little bit, little open conversation. What's up, Wayne? How you doing? How your Sunday going? I'm doing okay, Brooklyn. Ain't no complaints. Gonna check out that little league, the little championship, the little league thing. I think it come on at 2 p.m. on ABC. I'm gonna check that out. Lazy Sunday, ain't doing too much. Mine is great. Just ready for some football, ready for football Sundays. I don't see Dr. Jazz, no nonsense. I think you speaking to people that ain't here. I don't see them. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I don't have no complaints. I woke up on the right side of the dirt this morning, so I don't have no complaints. I don't have none at all. Oh, okay. That's where I knew Brooklyn from. Okay. Teach me something. Okay, Brooklyn. And I know I always used to talk to Dr. Jazz. Okay. All right. So yeah, you've been over here then. Okay. Teach me something new. That's what's up. So that's me. All right. Because I already know I always talk. I was like, I don't see no Dr. Jazz. What y'all getting into? Anybody cooking any good? I'm sorry. No nonsense. Anybody cooking anything? I just been y'all laughing. You know, she like to give me a hard time. Wouldn't be us if no nonsense wasn't giving me a hard time. Right. I didn't know. I thought that you was a new person. Yeah, I do like driving the bus. Let me show y'all these new kicks I got the other day. They came out last Saturday. Tell me what y'all think about them. At first, when I kept looking at them, on when I bought them, I really don't like. I don't like this part. I don't really like that gray part. If anybody want to come up, y'all welcome to. I don't really like the gray part. I tried them on a minute ago. It make like my feet big, but I really have I can wear a little boy size shoe. But this was a in the men's, it was a 7.5. Oh, okay. You was telling her, did she remember? So when I first ordered them, I was joking with one of my clients last Saturday morning. And I was like, let me see, can I get them? So I got on the app when they released, and I end up getting picked to buy them. So once I kept looking at them online. I was like, oh no, I think I'm a sinner. I tried to cancel it, but they wouldn't let me cancel. So what I don't really like about the shoe is that cement gray bottom all down here. Hey Ben Stinker, how you doing today? Yeah, those are Jordans. Those just came out. I'm a sneakerhead. I try not to buy. I have a lot of Yeezys, and I'm not really a big Adidas fan, but I wear a lot of Nikes. And but once I got them in hand, has like a little suede right there. They pretty. They all right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep them. I don't even feel like taking them back to FedEx or UPS and shipping them back. And I don't think they worth 205 though, but that's them. What y'all think about them? Think they a keeper? But thank you, no nonsense. I probably wear them with some, they'll probably go good with some shorts. And those are my grandson football colors as well. They had a real good game yesterday. They lost by 7 in overtime, but they was down 18-0, and they came all the way back 18-18. He likes sneakers too. What's his favorite pair? I love sneakers. And then I went to the Texans game last night. They didn't win either. This me at the game. I had some Jordans on last night as well. I'm gonna actually make this and put this in my I'm gonna put this on my wall. You like Nikes? Ain't nothing wrong with Nikes. Oh, he like Jordans. He wear a lot of Jordans. Okay. I used to buy every J that used to come out. And then after a while I had like a big collection. All my shoes are in the boxes and stuff. So one day I went to the barbershop, and I had this burgundy pair of I think they were 12s. They was just like these. They were 12s. And there was a burgundy pair. That was like my favorite pair of J's. And I put them on, went to the barbershop, I cut hair, and I went home from work and everything, and I didn't put the shoes in the box. I think I put the shoes in the box like a few days later. So one day something happened in my closet where everything had fell over. So when I went in, the shoes had fell out while my shoes had dry rotted. So like everything right here had like all this was a loose. You talking about hurt? So I feel, and then that's not. I probably lost about 5 or 6 pair of J's to dry rotting, just being in the box. So I feel like the quality of what we pay for these shoes, that we losing money, we giving away money. So, and when I first used to cut hair, I could cut hair in Jordans. I can't cut hair in Jordans now. So what I like to cut hair in is Nike Huaraches. I cut in Yeezys. Now I cut in Crocs. I cut in Air Max. So those are the more comfortable shoes for me. So it's Yeezys, Huaraches, any really kind of Nike, like a training Nike. That's what I cut hair. I can't cut hair in Jordans. You talking about Jordans? I had your legs hurting, your feet hurting. So I cut in these too. So I have my Crocs without. I got like about 3 pair of Crocs, and I got Carly B and them on there. I have Tom and Jerry. So I was just getting ready to order some Crocs. I don't know if y'all seen these new Crocs. They have a strap on the back of them. They like $55. Yeah, Air Force Ones. I can't cut no hair in Air Force Ones. And one thing about it, no nonsense, I don't cut hair in shoes that with white strings. Like, just say if this was a comfortable shoe, I could cut hair in this. Yeah, I like Tom and Jerry. I had one with Woody Woodpecker. I could cut hair in these because they have black strings. White strings pick up hair, and it's hard to get the hair out your shoes. So if I have black Yeezys that I cut hair in, it's nothing gonna happen to them. And I also try to monitor. Hey, Armin. I just went live once I had commented back to you. Brooklyn Boy say, so do I. Yeah, you have that hair will stick in them in your laces, and you can't get the hair out. So I always try to cut in something comfortable. In the beginning, I used to cut in Jordans, and now you talking about feet be burning. You feel like you've been standing on hot cement all day. So it's Yeezys, Huaraches, Air Max, Crocs, and then I try to, like, if I'm cutting straight hair, I try not to do the Crocs. That was a good church service this morning, Armin. Thank you for taking us to church with you. I watched a little bit until I went into the grocery store. Well, I mean I listened to a little bit. I was showing them these shoes that I had just got. And Armin, tell your sons that the championship come on at 2 p.m. today, and it's on ABC at 2 o'clock. That's the last game, and they're gonna be playing for the championship, the Little League World Series. So these are my little new pickups. I got the Cowboy game on. They losing right now. I'm just sitting back here in the shop. Back here was gonna mess with my little stuff, so I'll be ready for today. I wasn't doing too much. I was gonna go put some lights on the. You know how when y'all see people when they open their door and the light shine down, it may tell you if it's a BMW or a Benz or what's that, Corvette or something like that, or a Chevy or a Ram. So I have some lights like that, and I was gonna put them on there, but the damn lights came from China. And it's like no instructions in there. So I looked at a YouTube video to learn how to put them on, but it got hot out there, so I came inside. So I have some that when I open, but I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. So I have some that when I open my door, I have 4 of them. So 2 of them, it has the Texans logo. And then 2 of them have the Chevrolet logo. I don't like the Cowgirls either. That's what they are, the Cowgirls. They lose, and it's preseason though. They losing to Jacksonville 14-0 so far. I gotta see what. I don't know if that's a game from today or that's a game from yesterday. But we could have won yesterday. We lost by a touchdown. We lost by a touchdown. You know what? I want to. I dropped the link if anybody. I have some for our range. Okay. Oh, not the range. Big baller. I'm hitting you with a bus and you driving the whole range. You know what? I wanted to talk to y'all about what are some of y'all the people in the chat, or if anybody want to come up. What are some of y'all pet peeve, YouTube pet peeves that bus hurt? that bus don't hurt. My YouTube, you know what my YouTube pet peeves are? I don't really watch mukbangs, but I have watched D-Spot do a mukbang, and I can tolerate that. But I don't like the ones where they slurping and smacking and just doing too much. But one of my YouTube pet peeves is what I don't understand is why people get on camera and eat. Meaning, like, just say for instance, animals and pets. Those are your pet peeves, animals and pets in the background. So my thing, in smoke detectors. So my thing is, like, just say for instance, I knew I was just going to come live. I'm not doing that. I'm just talking. Hey, Betty White, how you doing today? I'm just talking. And so all of a sudden, but I got a whole meal right here. And see, I wear these. I sleep in these. I shower in these. I do just about everything in these. I have like 3 pair of them: blue pair, black pair, and a red pair. So my thing is, and they very clear, they very loud, and you can be somebody. It's just like the other night we was all on live, and we had been on live for like I think 3-4 hours, and we was doing the Diamond Paint Me View and Lilana's Kitchen in Armin, and I was hungry, so what I did, I got off camera and I got off sound, and I ate my little slice of pizza. But I don't get why people put a whole plate of food and I mean, you couldn't eat first and then go live. That's annoying. That is so eating on camera. And Betty said, "Oh, no nonsense says when we be having a good conversation and somebody come in and mess up the whole vibe." Yeah, that's another one. Or something that you having a conversation and they come make it about them, or they come and just change the whole conversation completely. They jump on the panel and just derail everything that was going on, the vibe and the groove. Betty White say, you would hate me. I got animals running all around. No, animals don't bother me. I don't know if Brooklyn Boy was saying that was his pet peeve or not. Yes, and also the people who make a difference. Who make a difference. Hush, cuz I sure did mukbangs on camera. I never seen you do a mukbang, but I'm sure you scared to eat in front of a dude, so I know damn well you ain't on that time doing all that. That's I mean, but I feel like if it's a mukbang, then that's what I know. Once I click the title, that's what I know I'm getting. I'm not talking about you come over here right now and I just say I'm just open conversation and I'm on here talking about no, I don't like hearing people chew. I love animals. That's why I watch them. Oh, he said he liked to watch. Your Almond, she been in here for a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I enjoy watching animals, pets, and people. Oh, okay. That's what you enjoy. So that's not your pet peeve. That's your enjoyment. You say, nah, I was eating cute, but I will eat in front of dudes now. Yeah, now. But what I'm saying, if it's a mukbang, then I know what I'm getting. Like I didn't watch D-Spot do a few mukbangs, and he don't eat like I watched this one lady, I don't remember her name. It was so disgusting. I don't see, but you know, like you was telling us the other night about the man that was getting a wax. So people get enjoyment out of all kinds of things. People get enjoyment out of somebody popping pimples. And another, oh, you got a baby chicken? No, I didn't. I have to check your channel out. Not a baby chicken. And another thing, I've been said I would talk about, and I'm just not getting a chance to talk about it. This dry begging. And I don't understand how, I guess because I'm a prideful, some people, I like watching people eat. I don't, if they eat with some dignity and class, I think I can. Brooklyn say, sorry, what I dislike is when people just cause drama out of the blue. Yeah, you got some very miserable people here. But I want to talk about the dry begging and people not having any pride. To be very honest with you, like just say, okay, I have this channel. It's small. I just made 160. I grew 10 more. And I think I lost probably a person. I don't know if it was, I probably have to check again, but I had 160 the other night. And I think I went back down to 159. So it's growing slowly and organically. But just say that I ended up with 500 people. No problem, Brooklyn. You good. You gave me what you like and what you dislike. My examples of dry bag, and I'm about to tell you right now, Betty. So just say I get on here and y'all vibing with me, y'all, you know, you kind of know me from being on here. And I come on here and I give you a woe as me story. That's dry begging. And then in the woe as me story, I'm gonna say, well, I didn't come on here to ask y'all for nothing. And but if you want to give me something, no, I came on here strictly for y'all to feel sorry for me to give me something. That's dry begging. And I feel like it's a lot of people on this. I'm very prideful. I'm a very prideful person. I was telling my wife last night, we was leaving the game. And you know, the game it wasn't super packed, but it was pretty packed compared to, you know, we just not being able to go back into the stadiums like in full force and everybody sit next to each other. So there was this lady. She could have been white or Hispanic. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. But she was standing on so where we had to go, the stadium was here, and we had to like go back like to the parking lot where we was like at the farthest parking lot. So she knew, I'm sure she does this a lot. So this is like my first time parking in that area. So she was looking homely. She had on some flip-flops and she had a sign that said, I have 5 kids. I lost my job. Dry snitching. I heard of it too. So she said, I have 5 kids. I lost my job, and anything help. And my thing is, so then you had a kid out there with you. You had a little boy out there that could have been no more than probably about 10 or between 10 and 12. and it was about after 9. It was after 9, and you just standing there. So you see all these people, they coming from the game, and she was expecting, but everybody kept passing up. But my thing is with the virus. I'm sorry, I'm making this noise out here. With the virus, there are a lot of jobs out here, and there's plenty of jobs out here in Houston. So you can't be, you lost that job. If you lost that job, you can go get you another one. So I mean, what kind of pride do you have to bring your? My thing is, okay, just say if I just had, I'm not gonna say I'll never be in that situation, but like just say if I did, I wouldn't have my kid out there with me. That would be something that's deplorable. That would be something that I would do myself if that's what I would do. So I remember when my mom passed and my kids was like, we can start a GoFundMe. I say, the hell we are. Ain't nobody gonna never be sitting back talking about me, talking about, oh, Polo where it is, Polo got Gucci, Polo got Louis, Polo wear J's, Polo where this, Polo where that. And they over here begging for a GoFundMe. The hell if I do. So I think I'm very prideful. Like if I ever get to the point and my supporters want to support me, that would be something that my supporters would do on their own. It wouldn't be nothing that I would be on here just begging or always drop my cash up, drop my cash. No, come on, man. That's dry begging. And I just that's just how I feel. I just feel like I guess I'm different. I'm very prideful. No nonsense. I be feeling bad for people like that. My gullible behind I always give to people like that. Brooklyn said at Betty White, LOL, I can't find your channel. And of course, when I search it, the Hollywood star Betty White comes up. Type in Betty White baby chicks. Okay. That's how mine have to be. If you put in Polo, it ain't gonna come up. No nonsense. It's not the point of being gullible, but I done seen people out here begging. And you turn around and you watch them, they'll go get in a car that's better, that look better than yours. That's actually what they do all day. Instead of going to get a job, they go get in the hot spots of the city and they put up a sign and they beg. And my thing is, I don't give my money to nobody, and I'm sure I ain't giving it to no man. So I feel like you can go work just like I work. So if I can work with an ailment and bust my butt, you can go do. It's something that I hear you can do. And right now it's an influx of jobs. So it's no reason. I just feel like people don't have pride, I'm gonna say, but we do have to understand even the people with what we think is the most need help sometimes too. And I'm not just speaking on materialistic. That's true. That's true. But I mean, I don't know. I guess, I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You know, hey, I'm always willing to learn and be corrected. Good morning, View. How y'all doing? Anybody want to click the link is welcome to. But I'm prideful what we think have the most. I give to the homeless even if they lie about being hungry. Right, baby, because that's in your heart. So whatever they do with it, that's up to them. No nonsense say I've always given because I do believe there's where your blessings come from, but YouTube make me realize these people are not genuine. Correct. Because they get on here as a hustle and a scam. I buy them a pack of cigarettes. It's nothing wrong with that because, okay, I'm gonna give y'all an example. One time I was going into Popeyes, and there was this man and this lady. You could clearly see they had a drug addiction. It could have been alcoholism, drugs. It was some kind of addiction. He walked up to me. It was him and her, but he said something to me. He said, could you buy us something to eat? Okay. And I remember the in the Bible, I don't know exactly where, Orman probably can help me out with that, but where you don't turn down, hey Voodoo, how you doing today? And I'm gonna say I use my discerning spirit, I pray with and for you. So the man asked me would I buy them something to eat. And I know it's in the Bible somewhere where you don't refuse somebody a bite to eat or food. So I went in Popeyes and I didn't just buy them the cheapest thing or something just throw away or something. I bought them the same thing that I was buying myself. And it was enough for both of them. And when I walked out, because my thing is, I give you some food before I probably give you some money. And I needed help. And baby, they started calling me a scam. I was too through. You talking about on here, no nonsense? You needed help? So my thing is, I wouldn't turn down food. So like, just say I'm riding down the street and I see this lady, she's hustling water, where she clearly went to the store, got her some ice, got a cooler, and she's selling water. You're a sweetheart and a good person. Yeah, thank you, Betty White. I mean, my thing is, I bought them the same thing. So if I pass by the street and I see you selling water, a kid could be doing it, a child, and a lady. So I look at the hustle. So I'm gonna pass by and I'm gonna buy, probably give you a little extra. I'm gonna buy what you're selling, but I don't want it. Keep the water, keep the candy, keep whatever, because it, before this come and go, I'll feed you in a minute. I have the same experience with a couple of Popeyes, and he asked for with mashed potatoes for her, and I brought them a family meal. Correct. Because my thing is, I'm not gonna turn you down for no food, you know. But I give you double. Like if you selling water for $2 or $1, I'll probably give you 2 or 3. And then you try to hand me the water, I'll be like, no, I'm good. You know, because I see that there's some potential. You are trying to do something. You're not just out there begging. And I was always known for my giving. Well, no nonsense, I missed it. Was it on here that they called you, they tried to call you a scammer? We like Betty White. She is funny as hell, but she can be mean as hell. When I was living in my car, I lied and said I was hungry. I just needed gas money. Right, and you probably could have asked Betty for somebody just to give you some gas money. Okay, no nonsense. And I'm gonna say, I think on here, when the story changes from the initial one, that's when people get skeptical of others actually needing help. I don't even think on here the story have to change. Somebody's gonna side eye you from the jump. Somebody's gonna side eye you, and then you actually, the scammers are the ones that's running game, is the ones that's cutting in there and trying to make you feel sorry for them without asking. They trying to play with your psychological. And that's what, you know, my thing is, I don't really give to nobody. I don't give to GoFundMe's. I don't. Because I feel like we all got the same 24 hours in a day. And you could go get life insurance just like I have life insurance. Oh, that's good of you. Yeah, so she needed the gas money. She probably would have said she needed gas money. Somebody probably would have gave her gas money. And because you have so many people that don't do what they're supposed to do and the right thing, the world is the way it is now. I remember back in the day, you could go to the church and you could say, hey, my lights was off, and the church raised money for you to pay your lights or pay your rent. Now they only do it to the in crowd. So if you're not in the in crowd, you're probably not going to get no help. But it's like they say, one bad apple spoils the bunch. She say, I still help people behind the scenes because I know how it is. We all need help sometimes. I agree, but okay. I'm gonna say this. Let me drop this link. I'm gonna touch on that. Okay, this is the virtual world. I know you all from me interacting with y'all for this short month that I've been on here, and some of y'all I know a little longer. Okay, so yeah, we all do need help sometimes. I may need help if it's just something I may need help with technique or something that I'm trying to do in work. So yeah, we all do need help. I might need somebody to bring me a sack of apples or oranges if I'm not feeling well. Good morning, Cassie. How you feeling? Good afternoon, I mean. So what I'm saying is, yeah, we all need help. But where is your pride where you would come online and ask some complete strangers for anything, a transmission, anything? Where are the people that's in your everyday life? Where are your kids? Where's your church? Where's your family? Where are those people? Because you think if I needed to pay my rent, I'm not coming on YouTube. I'm not like and change that voice. I'm not coming on YouTube. Where's my support system? Because this ain't your support system. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we all need help. But where's your pride? So a lot of people be like, Oh, them people don't know me. If they give, they give. And then I'm just going to go on about my business. But where's your pride? That's right, View. I mean, but where's your pride? I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I done had days, me and my wife done had days where when the kids was in the house, it was probably just enough to feed them and we didn't eat. But you think anybody outside of that household knew about it? No. You're going to be together, you struggle together. I feel like this is how one thing about me, I'm not a user. I'm not a user. I've never been. So I feel like if I have somebody laying up next to me, I shouldn't have to beg and ask nobody for nothing. I shouldn't have to ask my parents for anything. I shouldn't have to ask my kids for anything. And I teach my kids the same way. No nonsense. And me and my husband are the people that my family come to for help. So I really don't have a support system. Okay, I can get that. No shame or pride. Right. They have no shame, no pride. And then Army with her butt. How do we know that they didn't ask their family? Sometimes we do have to put pride aside when we do need help. And she say that's deep. That's true, Betty White. That be it. Sometimes you be the support system for everybody else and you have nobody else to lean on. I agree, Armin, but why would you come ask some complete strangers? Just by interacting with you, I don't think you would come on here and ask no complete strangers. I feel like if you had a rapport with somebody, like just say if it was even with me, you had a rapport with me and you needed help, you would probably reach out with somebody that you trusted and you had a rapport to. I don't think you would just go to the World Wide Web and just beg. So this is still not your support system. These people don't know you. Because my thing is, okay, here we go. Get this debate going. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Child, I got tired of typing, honey.
Okay, come on. I would get you.
Look, know I have a butt for everything because I don't just look at it in with a carnal mind, because if we look at people that do need help with a carnal mind, and I understand, and we just talk about virtually, or we just talking about beast sector type of things or whatever, I still see those people. They're still human beings. They still have souls. They still have spirits. And so that's like, even with most trolls, when they come into my chat, I don't automatically block them because I say trolls have souls, right? So people that, if they're asking for help, we can't automatically assume that we're the first people that they came to ask for help. Right. So that's why I said, we don't know if they did go to their families first and their families said no. But we can't always say, well, we're complete strangers. But when you walk into the bank, you don't know the people that you're asking for a loan for. That's you asking a complete stranger to say, hey, can you give me this? I promise you I'll pay it back. But some people, if they really can't give it back to you, hey, can you give me this? Now, if you say, can I borrow? That's a difference. But you're still asking, you're still asking. So that's how a lot of people fall on hard times, or they die or kill themselves because of not being able to ask for help, because people say, don't come ask me for anything. No, I'm not going to help you. No, you can pull yourself up. You can do this, you can do that. But that's where a hand up comes from, someone asking you for help, be it monetary or just saying, point me in the right direction. But if we continuously tell people, don't come ask for help, don't come ask for help, don't come ask strangers for help, if that was the case, I can speak for myself. And I always tell people, well, if you have, any questions, comments, concerns, or prayer requests, say, hit me up. And I've had people to do that, and if I was to say, oh, no, don't ask me for help, then that's a soul, that's blood on my hand. You know what I'm saying? Because of the walk that I have. So I'm only speaking for myself, and I know everybody don't have the same walk, but I'm just saying, speaking for myself, I use a discerning spirit, especially when it comes to money. If I'm not led to give, I don't give. But I also don't announce. I don't have to put it on camera.
Right. Right. You're not doing it for the show.
Exactly.
You're doing it from your heart.
Exactly.
A lot of people do stuff for show. So my thing is this: by just me with the small time I've been interacting with you, I would pick up from you that if you needed something in your family and you have a following here, I think that you would figure it out and you wouldn't come on here dry begging. Am I right or am I wrong?
It will never be a dry bag. If I'm gonna ask you for something, it'll be right off. I feel like the dry begging is where is disrespectful, because now you playing on people's emotions and their heartstrings with this, like you said, this woe is me story of this is, let me give y'all a story and this is why y'all gonna give to me or whatnot. Because, but then if you have people that come on here straight out, and I don't want to use this situation, but we'll use the situation. If you got somebody like Dover that come on here and say, look, my transmission out, I need help. Period, point blank. That's it. But now you get people that want to know your credit score. They want
I don't think they need to know that. I mean, either, like you say, she came straight out and said, I need help.
Right.
So either you help or you don't. It shouldn't have been a topic of discussion for a whole week.
No. And then I think what it was, especially with her being, she's an older lady or whatnot, it's the me trying to catch you up in the lie so I don't have to give to you type of thing. I don't like that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But even, it is what it is. People gonna act the way they want to act. But like I said, when I move in situations like that, and period, I move with a spiritual mind and not with a carnal mind. So that's when you will get the people that's gonna bash you for even asking for help. And once again, that's when people go and kill themselves because they don't have help. So many people have told them, don't ask for help. Now, where do you go if you can't ask for help? And then you have the people that say, well, go pray about it. Okay, well, faith without works is dead. If I'm going to pray about it and believe that God going to send somebody to me,
right.
You know what I'm
saying?
You
know where the blessing will be coming from. Right.
Exactly. But you still have to, I still got to move, and me with my faith, I still got to do something towards that. But you can't just tell me, well, just go pray about it and that's it. No. Okay, well, after I pray about it, can you lead me in the right direction? If you ain't going to give to me, send me somewhere that somebody else may be able to give to me. Right. I don't know.
And you see what BL just said? Since you finished, I give no story and people stay hitting up my cash app. I appreciate it. That's a blessing. That's somebody that wants to pour into you. That's somebody that just wants to bless you. Right. Like Miss View, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The only person I ever gave anything to on here, and she didn't ask for it because it's just a person that she was. I gave Miss View something for her birthday. Mm-hmm. I gave her something for her birthday, and she didn't ask. She didn't ask. It was just her spirit and how she interacts with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was.
And I just blessed her for her birthday, and that's the only thing. And like with the Dover situation, I don't have anything against Dover, but I went for to give her none of my coins. I worked too hard for mine. I like to shop. I don't even gamble because the gambling is a chance, and I like to shop. So I get what. So I'm not gonna say I'm selfish. I'm an only child, but I'm not selfish. I'm very giving, but I don't trust easily. If I open up to you and I talk to you, then you could probably get anything from me. But just somebody just randomly, because I'm gonna say it again. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's a way that you can make some of that money for that transmission. Mm-hmm. You can make some of that money to be financially ready for if somebody pass in your life. You what I'm
saying? Well, we are in the same instance in that too. We have to understand, even if you gave them $1, that dollar could have went towards a bottle of water that they were able to drink, and therefore that jump started them to be able to go out there and stand on the corner or go down there and fill out an application to do anything. But because they were too thirsty or too hungry that they couldn't do it, the dollar that you gave them, that gave them the energy and the ammunition they needed to be able to move. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong that you do give, and I'm sure enough not saying that it's wrong for you to say no, because I'm a no person. I will pray for you. I will use my discerning spirit. I may not.
I told y'all, say no.
Okay, I may not give to you right then monetarily what you may be asking for, but I can give you something that's so much greater, and I do believe that my prayers, they go past the ceiling. They go past the roof of my car. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Lord listens to me when I do pray. So I use, I speak to myself. I use my discerning spirit when it comes to giving to people, but I'm also not going to question you. If I want to know something, I'm going to ask you behind the scenes. I'm going to find a way to contact you. Okay, but I'm not going to go into all your finances. I don't care. Listen, do you know how many families out there, and I mean husband and wife families with kids, then they still need help. We say, oh, well, you got a nigga laying next to you. You got a woman laying next to you. Why they won't help? We don't know if that person is not in the position to help neither. Both of them may be down on their luck and they need help, but she or he was the one that came and stepped forward, because we know some men have pride and they won't ask. But a woman, sometimes we lay down our pride and we ask for help. So it's not always about regard or whether or not you have a man or a woman laying next to you. That don't mean nothing, because it's whole families out here that need help.
I guess that's how I am. I'm not saying I judge other people. That's just how I operate. So like, just say I'm in a whole relationship, and if you can't feed me, or if I can't feed you, we don't need to be going on the outside asking nobody for nothing. And one thing about me, like I told y'all, I have 3 daughters, right? I teach my daughters the same way. Tough love. If you spend all your money, you ain't finna come over here and spend mine. If you irresponsible with yours, so if your lights out, it ain't my problem. You should have paid your bill. So I'm just straightforward like that. You ain't gonna bullshit me, and you're not gonna spend my money because you're being irresponsible with yours. I can give you a story. My daughter, I'm sitting here watching on Instagram. They're my oldest. She this when she was younger. She every day she's out to eat with her friends every day. So then toward the end of the week, I'm watching you post all these pictures. You every day you out to eat. At the end of the week, she was like, Mom, I need $20 to put on my light bill. I said, you better call your homegirls that you was with, because you went out to eat with them every day. I didn't give her nothing. You think she ever, them been years ago, you think she ever asked me? Because you got to teach responsibility. Because if I don't teach you to be responsible, then what you gonna do? You're gonna be keep digging in my pocket every time, and it don't go like that.
Yeah, and see that is so many different instances with that. And like you said, when you see that, it's like, wait a minute now, because I've had somebody was like, oh well, I need $50 for gas. Okay, she lived in another little town outside of the town we live in, and she had to come to work. And I know how she was. She was a single mama raising her kids, all this other good stuff, So I gave her the $50 and whatnot. She said she'll give it back to me on Thursday. If I give you something, even if you tell me you're gonna pay it back, if I give you something, I don't need it. Right? It's just, for me, it's the simple fact of you telling me you're gonna give it back. Now I ain't gonna ask you for my money back. Right. So she, she said Thursday came. She was like, well, can I give it to you next Thursday? Her daughter was in college. I didn't know that. So she had to give her money for her to eat too. So I'm like, okay, Thursday came again. Another Thursday came again. Now I see you traveling. You posting pictures. You traveling with your son to his football games out of town. But you driving. Okay. I ain't say nothing. 6-7 months went by. I'm out of town. I had to call my sister about this thing. She's an evangelist. I say, Lord, would I be wrong if I ask for my money back at this point? Because I see she going on cruises and doing different things. So she was like, no, you wouldn't be wrong. Now, mind you, like I said, I didn't need it, but it was the principle, because I feel like now you throwing this stuff up in my face.
You playing in my face. You playing in my face.
I'm out of town, and I text her, hey, you remember that package you said you was going to give to me? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, well, you think you got that? She was like, oh, yeah, I'll bring it by. I said, well, I'm out of town. When you go to my house, I said, it's a backpack on my porch. I want you to, no, I said, go to my house. You can leave it there. That's what I said. So I wanted to see if she was going to actually go. When she went, she was like, well, where you want me to put it at? It's a backpack on your porch. That's how I knew she was there. So she put it inside the backpack. I wouldn't care if somebody came and picked that backpack up, child.
As long as you got your money back.
As long as I got it back,
But you playing in my face. Because you playing in my face. Right.
That didn't stop me. That didn't stop me from giving, because she didn't give it back when she said she was. But like I said, if you're going to give to somebody, any and everybody, if you're going to give to somebody, do not give out of your necessity. He ain't going to give you something to pay your rent, and you turn around and give it somewhere else, and now you begging. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. You don't give out of your necessity. So if I give you some money, that's because I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I would, if you tell me you're going to pay me back, then give it back. Well, if you don't give it back to me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to ask you for it. You just going to avoid me. I know you're going to avoid me.
And you won't get nothing else. You probably going to listen up. You're not going to get nothing else.
Not at all. But
how I am in business, like, I have clients that's been coming to me for a long time, right? And I feel that my clients that come to me, that's been coming to me a long time, first of all, I am giving a service, but you could go in, you could pick any other barber to get your service. So I feel that, so like just say I have clients that did it before. So just say one of my clients come in and they be like, or they'll call and they be like, hey, I don't get paid to next week, or I got this job interview. I'll tighten them up. And every time I forget, but they take care of me. Like I got a client, he's a flight attendant. And he hooked me up with the drink tickets for the plane and everything. And he tips, he take care of his barber. He hit me up the other day. I don't work on Tuesdays. I don't work on Mondays and Tuesdays. So he hit me up yesterday. He was like, Polo, how much you going to charge me? I need my haircut on the 7th. I'm leaving for, I forgot where he said he going on the 8th. And 7th is my off day. He said, I know you all. He came to me the right way. How much are you going to charge me? I text him back. I said, regular price, which on my off day is $150 and up. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, you take good care of me. I've been on a plane where he was the flight attendant coming back from Cabo's, which I want to drink. Now, we drunk already. We don't want nothing to drink. You get what I'm saying? But I have had a client that drove from Florida back to Texas, and he didn't have a job. He didn't ask me for a free haircut. Sat in my chair. You could smell he was living in his car. He telling me the story, but he's not telling me the story as a war as me. Mm-hmm. He had my money. When I finished cutting his hair, he was getting ready to pay me. I said, "Now go get you a little steak dinner or something like that. I'm good." Man, that man gave me a big old bear hug, because I do give back in blessings in my way. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Just don't try to play me. I don't like to be played. I don't like the woe is me. I don't like for you to feel that you trying to pull at my heartstrings, because those heartstrings are cold. And I don't let nobody just play with my money, because I didn't had times where we probably didn't have nothing to eat and nobody knew but the people that lived in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to say, what go on in my house, stay in my house, So I just feel like these are strangers. I wouldn't feel comfortable coming to you all, asking y'all for nothing. If y'all wanted to bless me, then that's just a blessing that I get. Just like when clients come and you do hair too. So if a client come in and give you a big tip, like I have clients that don't really tip, and then you have somebody that coming to give you a $25, $50 tip.
Right.
Or Christmas time when they want to pour into you and give you extra money or buy you a Christmas gift. That's a blessing.
Right.
So, we get ours too, even though we provide the service, they still could go anywhere else. And
anywhere else, yeah.
They can go anywhere else. So that's why I tell my clients all the time, if you need, and don't feel bad to call me, I'm your barber. Don't feel bad to call me and ask me, can I get you tightened up before you go to a job interview? Because I always look at it, when a person don't have, and you be there, you never know where that person may go in life, where that person will be. They'll look back out for you because you looked out for them. Mm-hmm. So I live that way too. It's just, I just feel like a lot of people don't have pride. I could, when I feel comfortable with myself, to come ask people that I don't know for anything.
Yeah. I mean,
some people don't have no pride. Some people don't have no morals. It's just how it is.
Right. But even with that, and because my page, is monetized, right? Mm-hmm. I don't never say nothing about super chat me. Now, you got your moderators that do all that thing for you.
Right. They taking care of you.
Right. To come out and be like, oh, he gonna cash out. I mean, I feel funny even
right.
Even
my cash out.
Right.
Y'all ain't liking my video. You notice, have I been on here that I don't say like this video?
Yeah, I rarely say it. If I do, it's like at the end of the video, and not like in between.
All through the video. I hate it when they do it all through the video. Get on with you. What you gonna say? All through the video, you hollering, like the video. If they gonna like it, they gonna like it. If they ain't gonna like it, they not gonna like it anyway.
I don't know. It's funny to me, but I understand what the whole. I understand now. Yeah, I understand now what all of that entails and why they said, because people, they do want their channels pushed out and everything like that. But even when I did my memberships, I asked my people first, like, do y'all want me to do this? Like, if I do this, this is what I can give you. I'm not one that's I told them I can't give you a whole separate Almond Brown 09 over here. I can't do that because I literally, I be busy all the time.
You're busy, right? And that's a commitment. That's a commitment.
And that's just one. I cannot pull out more of me. I can't do that, especially not with my kids and work and everything like that. But they still appreciated me enough. They was like, girl, no, this is just our way of supporting you. So some people, they don't give cash apps or they don't give super chats, but them being a member is just them saying, hey, I support you and I appreciate you for even doing that. So it's like even if I don't know, I just appreciate it. And I'm always grateful and always saying thank you for, and people be like, for what? Just being you, just being here, just one person watching I'm grateful for it. So when people, they start to say, oh, well, I got 1K in the chat, but what about the one person that was there before? It's like now
you can't change.
Right. But it's like now that you have 1,000 people, you're only grateful for that 1,000. When you have one person in the chat, you're not as grateful. And that's crazy to me. But I'm grateful for even if you halfway watching. Like you told me, I fell asleep with you in my ear. Okay, but you were still there.
I was still there because I was falling asleep in the beginning. And if you ever go back to the chat and I woke up and I laughed, I think I was talking about Freddie versus Jason or something like that. And then I fell back to sleep and I think I was out then. And then I ended up on the way to the game, I replayed it. Because that's how I was sleeping because the night before my legs was bothering me, so I didn't sleep.
Well,
so I knew I was
in the morning.
I was gonna probably fall asleep. Once I stopped typing, I was asleep.
Yeah, I figured you was gone because you would have still been in the chat. But we had just got off of live with View for what, 3 hours we was over there?
Yeah, 3-4 hours, and then I stayed on with you probably about 30. I don't even think I lasted an hour.
Yeah, because we stayed on till it was almost 4 o'clock.
But you still got the view. Then I went back and replayed. But you know what? But you have a genuine spirit. And that's what I hope. I know I do have a genuine spirit, but that's what I hope for people to see in me. I'm not here trying to bullshit nobody. I'm just here. This is like when me and you was talking and you was telling me about the monetization. What I told you, I ain't here for no monetization.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not bragging. It's a blessing. I cut hair to shop. I don't have to cut hair. I cut hair because I want to, not because I need to.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I tell people that, but I don't treat it like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm professional. I'm on time. That's why I fuss at you. I be telling you, man, get to work on time because it means a lot. You should always want to be, and I don't want you to take this because I'm working from home. But even when I was at the shop, I always wanted to be in the shop I wanted to be in the shop before whatever my start time was. Oh, if it ain't number 10 minutes before,
that ain't me.
I know. I mean, that's. But you know what? My teacher used to teach us. We learned. I had an old teacher. She passed 2 years ago. No, this was her first year being passed. She taught us when we was in Barber College, whatever kind of student that you. I know it's different for you, but whatever kind of student you would be, is the same barber that you're gonna be. Mm-hmm. If you're the barber that leaves early all the time, and like I tell people all the time, 12 years in the game, I set out 1 year and 10 months. I came back because I felt like me being at home, I was in pain, not doing anything. So why not make some money and still be in the same pain? At least when I get home, I could sleep. Mm-hmm. So I've always been, I treat people how I want to be treated when I go and spend my money. Right. So I don't treat this as I don't need to. This just spending money. Mm-hmm. And when I first started, because when I first went to barber college, I had no intentions of being a barber. I just went to get out the house because at that time I was not working. I had back problems. I wasn't working. My teacher was like, everybody kept asking when I got ready to graduate, where you going to cut hair? And I said, I ain't going to cut hair. No, I'm going back home and chill. And they was like, my teacher kept saying, and I was trash then. I am not going to even lie. My teacher kept saying, you have too much talent. You need to go and work in a shop. You need to go work. You need to go put it back out there. And I did. And then I didn't have the patience. Like one of my clients was asking me the other day, and he looks up to me. He's just starting his own business. And he was like, he said, how did you get into this? How did you start? And I could tell him the story. I started when haircuts was $15. I charged $30 for a haircut now. Mm-hmm. Haircuts was $15 back then, back in 2009. Haircuts was $15, an edge up was $7. I remember sitting in the shop over 12 hours sometime and go home with nothing in my pocket.
Yep. I was
going home stay all that time. So I got discouraged and I stopped. And I remember Doris was paying for my boot rent for the first 3 months that I got into coming out of school. And I had 1 month left, and I quit, and I went home. I said, you know what? This is boring. I'm not making no money. Yeah, everything I made was profit because I didn't have to pay boot rent. And I went home, and them people called me. I went home that summer. October, them people from the state of Texas called me, and the lady say, when you going back to the shop? I said, I'm not. She said, well, you need to bring us our clippers. I say, huh? Woo. She said, those clippers belong to the state of Texas until you close out this program.
Ooh.
I said, okay, ma'am, I'll be going back to work because I wasn't giving up my clippers. So I went back to work, but I went with a different mindset. Anything that touched my chair, I praised God, and I thought I was grateful, and I thank God, and I build my clientele from there. Any shop that I have been to and went to, from a barbershop to a suite to being right where I'm at right now, my clients follow me. They'll tell you, I don't follow my doctor like this, but I follow my barber.
Yeah.
And they when I am sick and I'm out and I hit them up, and they know if you miss your appointment, you gotta pay me. Hey, Slim Thick, exactly. You gotta pay me. And because I'm gonna treat you the same way. If I inconvenience you, I don't have a problem with saying this on me.
Right.
When I stand behind my product. If I'm inconveniencing you, I don't have a problem saying you don't owe me anything. Or if I feel like I didn't give you 100%, now the next one on me. Because you're supporting me, and I stand behind my brand. I stand behind my product, and that's why I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't get, like, I give, and I have a gift for heart, but it's just like I say. It's so people make it so being so, like you say, discernment, this being skeptical, like a GoFundMe. The first thing you be like, you know, and as the world, that's how we are. So like, just say somebody died in my family, and I put up a GoFundMe. But I put 10,000, and y'all over there saying, well, damn, it only cost, they cremated the lady, so it only cost the $2,000 to cremate. What they gonna do with the other 8? Then that's what it's, you know what I'm saying? Because we just so like the scam.
Yeah, but even with that, I feel like it ain't your business. I feel like it ain't your business what they do with the other 8.
That's true. You're from your heart and just leave it alone. You're right.
You don't know what they really had to pay. That led up to that. Even if let's say they was using this family service or whatever. Well, I'll say this, and I really don't know how this works, but my stepdad passed away, right? And so his biological children, which are my sisters, they were underage when he passed, right? And so his sisters then were responsible for that payment, and then he worked for the state. I'll just say that. I ain't gonna tell you where he worked. But he worked for the state, and he worked for them for like over 30 years. He had a retirement, everything. They helped with some of the funeral, but his sisters was supposed to pay the rest of it. Child, my sister turned 18. The older of the sisters turned 18, and she called me. She was like, well, you know, we got a phone call from such and such from the funeral home talking about we owe them the rest of some money. I said, and you better not answer that phone and they call you back, because that wasn't your responsibility. Right. But some families that may have it like that, and you try to use that same funeral home again, they're going to tell you, you got to pay this before we bury this body. So even in instances like that, sometimes with the GoFundMe, that can be the case. Or if they still want to have a funeral service, although the body is cremated, some people still have a whole funeral service there. You know, you still have to pay for that. Yeah. Although people think, well, we shouldn't have to pay for the church, we should have to pay for this, we should have to pay for that. They still got to turn their lights on, they still got to turn their air on. You still have to utilize this funeral service people and all that other stuff going on. It's always about, well, what else are y'all gonna do with the money? Y'all don't ask these people right here when you feel like you living in an apartment and you feel like it's worth $600, but you paying $1,200. Do you go down there to your office and say, well, wait a minute, where the rest of my money going in? No, right. You sit up there and you pay your rent every month. So I just feel like the just being so intrusive on people's lives and what they do with their money. If I ask you for something and I tell you this is what it's for, and you give it to me, that does not give you the right to come down here and ask me what I did with every half a cent. If I tell you this is what it's going for and you give it to me, I feel like that's it. I don't need to write a dissertation on what else it went for. If you want to give from the heart and let it be there.
I agree, but you got a lot of people that, and I'm gonna be crazy, be truthful with you. A lot of the people that was doing all the critique, and we're gonna use that example of their transmission again. A lot of people that was being critical and saying the most and wanting the most explanations wasn't gonna give anyway.
No, there wasn't.
And my thing is because, like they say, be a cheerful giver. So if you was gonna give, you just would give. That's just like if I give a man on the corner, or a lady on the corner $2. I'm not worried, or $5 or $10. I'm not worried about if she's gonna go buy crack. If you walk up to me and you say, "Hey, ma'am, I'm hungry," and I gave you the money, it ain't up to me to say, "Oh, I wonder if she feel it." Once I put it in your hand, I gave it to you for what you asked me for it for.
That's when the Bible say you may be entertaining angels unaware. You don't know who you entertaining, and by us people being nasty and oh my God, you homeless, don't talk to me, you ask me for, you just gonna go buy liquor, you just gonna go buy cigarettes. Okay.
And they may need that. They may need that liquor just to get by.
Hey, and if I'm led to give, then I'll give, and I'm gonna give without question. I ain't gonna ask you, what are you really? If you ask me for some food, and I'm in the vicinity of me getting you food, I'm gonna go feed you. I will feed you before I give you money. You know what I'm saying? Because if you sitting out there on the road or whatever it is, like this guy put up on the side of the road. Now this stuff was for my son for their track meet, and you know how long you be out there to track meet. It was for that track meet. I had a whole box of oranges, Gatorade, all kind of stuff. And the man said, "I'm just hungry," and I put that whole box out the window. I'll go get my kids or something else. They got, I'll go stop somewhere on the way wherever I'm going.
Because you was a blessing to him.
I just gave it to him, regardless if he said he was hungry. I'm gonna give it to you. But that's why Jesus even said, if I was hungry, I wouldn't even tell you. If I was thirsty, he wasn't gonna tell you. Why? Because there's people that question, oh, why you hungry? Oh, why you need this? Why you need that?
So if Jesus wouldn't ask, you just and people was critical back then, so it's triple that now.
Right.
But you know what I don't like? I like when you gave that example of your friend. I had a partner that did that to me. Now this partner asked me for $200. It was something with the financial aid for her daughter going to school. And I gave the $200, and she told me she was gonna get my money back. And next thing I know, you just got my $200. You saying you broke? I look up. I'm on Facebook. You way out of town with your girlfriend. Y'all on a road trip. I need my $200 back. I need it back immediately. So my thing is, because you played in my face. Mm-hmm. It's just like if I borrow some money from you, and I ain't gave your money back. But I'm in the mall. I'm in the mall and with my bags. I'm at the Gallo. I'm all on. Come on now, you can't play in people's face like that, because you never know that money that you loaned me, that could have been your last. And you, like you say, you might not have needed it, but you just probably wanted to. You could have did something with it because it was yours. So you probably would say, I want to go and bless Polo because Polo needs something, but don't play in people's face. And a lot of people play. And a lot of people forget, like I could be on here begging for this, but then I'm gonna come on here and give a story where I done went out and ate Red Lobster, but I just was begging 2 days ago.
Uh-huh.
And they're just playing in people's face.
Yeah.
Because if you still short on we just gonna use a transmission, we ain't talking about W. But if you short on the transmission, what the hell you going to eat crab legs for? That money, you should have eaten your pack of noodles and put that money in the transmission.
Okay, I want you when you're right on that.
No, don't be careless with my money, and that's I guess that's just how I am. But I give, it's just that I don't like nobody to play in my face, and I feel like, and I still use the same thing. We all got the same 24 hours. What you do with yours versus what I do with mine, and that's just that. People will try to play you, and then the woe is me. Well, I'm not on here asking for nothing. Yes, you is. In a roundabout way, you're asking for something. In a roundabout way, you're asking for something.
Listen, I told you I be in the spiritual now when I be, anyways. But there's a whole.
You're gonna get me together.
I ain't gonna get you together.
You making sense though. You making sense.
No, we all making sense. But I'm just saying. So it was the scripture to go with what we talking about. Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, what men give into your bosom. For with the same measure you use, it'll be measured to you. So, give without a disgruntled heart, give cheerfully. And like I think there was no nonsense say she hate when people give and then expect something back. If you gonna give, you gonna expect something back from the Lord, but not Lord, oh, I done gave them this. Now you better give me this back. No. I'm just gonna give just to give. And if it come back, I know it's gonna come back some 30, some 60, some 100-fold.
Look what you said. Look what you said.
It would be learned behavior too. Pay for transmission.
That's true.
In the tire. Yep. And because at that point
you're gonna keep coming on here because you're gonna feel like I got 1,000 followers. I just get it from them.
But guess what? Even with that, if it was given, if people give to you and they give it on the false pretenses because of what you said, the story that you gave, and you know it wasn't true, and you have your transmission and your tire go out, that's God telling you you ain't leaning on me. You trusting everybody else to give to you, and you say you got faith in me giving to you. You know what I'm saying? He shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory. You say that and quote that scripture and everything, but then you still don't trust me to take care of you. So then, therefore, this transmission that you got, you lied about why you wanted it, that you needed it, and you could have got it yourself, or you asked for more than what you really needed at the time or whatever. He said, all right, you fixed that transmission. Now watch this tire. Oh no, you raised them $2,000 for that transmission. Well, I'm just saying two. I'm sorry, I ain't talking about her. But
yeah, we just talking.
I ain't talking about her. I ain't got no issue with her. So, but since you raised these $2,000 for the transmission, and you only needed $1,200, guess what? Now your tires are gonna be above and beyond what you can even get from anybody. Because now they're gonna be like, well, dang. She done got this much money from us, and now she needs something else again. God will make it a way to where you can't ask nobody but him for help. And you doing stuff like that under false pretenses, it will happen. It will happen. So, child, but that's what.
Right, Slim Thick. That's what we were saying. That was your discernment to give. You gave that from your heart. Right. But my thing is, like Armin was saying too, everything keep happening, and then you just keep coming here. I mean, what I forgot exactly, just slipped right. Somebody said something I wanted to expound on, but I forgot. View said piss poor planning ain't her problem. I agree with that. And I go ahead because I forgot exactly what I was going to say. It was something I wanted to expound on, and I forgot.
It'll come back. It'll come back. And if you say, then what happened the next month? Did you get a job? In the midst of you getting blessed with those things that you're asking people to give to you, you should be. Don't just bank on, well, this is the job that I have. This is what I want to do. But yet you can't get to that place that you need to be to get that money. Find another avenue. Find another avenue. You know, I ain't saying find another avenue to beg.
Right.
But find another job until you're able to get to where you really want to be. It's okay to start at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? If you whatever bottom you feel like it is, because it's some jobs out here. We think that, oh, well, that's beneath me, but guess what? That person making more money than somebody that got a degree. But we feel like it's beneath me. But as long as you're making money and it's honest money, baby, have at it. I ain't looking down on nobody. I know when I went to jail, at the time back then, minimum wage was $6. I was making $7.50. I walked in that job and told that man, they put on there and ask you what you think you should get paid.
You make what you deserve.
That man said, so you thought we should give you $7.50 and you ain't got no experience doing this? I stood there with my back straight. I said, yes. And
you sold yourself. You sold yourself. Yeah.
He said, well, since you that confident and the fact that they knew my sister, you know what I'm saying? That helped me. But then when I went to jail and got out, guess what? I had to go back down to them $6 an hour.
You had to start
minimum wage. But guess what I did? I started as a cashier, but I ended up as a general manager of that same restaurant.
Hey, praise God.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to start somewhere. I don't know.
You took that as I made a mistake. I'm here. So I have to roll with my mistake, and I have to go ahead and go on this bottom level to get. Okay, this is what I wanted to say. It just came back when you were saying what you were saying. Mm-hmm. How do I know? Now, we all in the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on here. You in the pandemic. We all in the world is in a pandemic. It ain't just in one place. It ain't in Florida. It ain't in Texas. The whole world. So how do I, and I feel like it's selfish to come on here to strangers and beg when when I don't know what your household is like. I don't know what Trina B household is like. I don't know what No Nonsense, Betty White's View, none of these people. Dr. Jez, I don't know what none of these people's household is like. They could be struggling just like me, but they could kind of have a liking to me and still want to give, but they really don't have it to give. So I feel like we are all in a pandemic. Some people lost their job. Some people not working no more. How do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like it's selfish. Hey, TC, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
I just feel like it's a little selfish because the whole world is in a pandemic. Just like you could just have millions.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Back up. Say that again. Start over because I think I missed.
Okay, I said I feel like it's a little selfish because we are all it's a worldwide pandemic.
Right.
So I don't know your circumstance. Just because I get on here and I give a story, I don't know what everybody in the chat is going through in their own house. You could have lost your job. Your salon could have been closed. My barbershop could have been closed. Somebody's husband could have lost a job. But we don't know what other people are going through. So to give a woe is me story, to me, it's selfish.
Oh yeah, if you're doing it as a woe is me, then I think
it's selfish because even if it's true,
right?
You need to get on here and say, "Oh, guys, man, I lost my job, and it's been so slow at the shop, and I gotta pay my rent, and that we got all this protection. They ain't evicting nobody because we in the pandemic." I just feel like it's selfish because, like I say, I'm gonna say that again. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. I just think it's selfish. I think it's selfish because we're all dealing with something worldwide. It's not like just say it's a hurricane that's hitting Louisiana and it ain't hitting the world. And then we want to pull. That's different.
Right. Well, but if you're giving a story, even if it is a woe is me story, like you said, even if it is true, if you're giving that story as a testimony, then I feel like it's okay to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come on here and telling y'all.
That's not the woe is me. That's a testimony. Right. That's saying I made it out.
But it's some people. Well, see, if you was to listen to that story from the beginning, but you never got to the end of it, you clicked off that video because you like, oh, they begging again, and you got off of it. Then you're going to go away with that preconceived notion that these people begging. So I think sometimes we have to listen to the entire story before we judge them on whether or not it's a woe is me, oh, they about to beg again type of story. You know what I'm saying? Because we do get aggravated, especially if you always going through and you never come on here telling people that you done came out, oh God, then that's aggravating to me.
That's the woe is me. It's always a sad story. It's nothing never. And if you do got a little testimony, lightweight in that testimony is another woe is me. Hey, Demetri, what's up,
no, it'll always be if I'm giving y'all a story about something, it's always a testimony. Like I've testified about about my mom, August 3rd, 1999. My great grandma, October 17th, 1999. My grandma, December 5th, 1999. They all passed away 2 months within each other. But I didn't come on here as a woe is me. I was like, look at me, look what God did. I'm still strong here in my right mind.
After all that, you took all that loss and you still
here.
You still here. You still being strong. And even though off camera, you might have your moments where you break down. You might have your moments where you go through. But you're coming on here and you're giving a brave face. And you're telling your testimony where it's going to help somebody. Like I listened to your story about the jail. Very good, very good story. Hey, awesome. But what I'm saying, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that war is me. You telling the story, but you dry begging. The bottom line,
hey, keep on talking, girl. Let me go get my computer chart.
I'm gonna read Slim Thick. You give because you want and can. If it's a concrete case, I have a good relationship that I would do. But what I can, Slim Thick, true. But you also, what's up, Demetri? You also have people on here that will give and they don't really have to give because they want to be in the in crowd. So with that giving, it comes other things. So I may just say I'm in your chat, Slim Thick, and I like you, but you got your core set of people that you really kick it with. So I want to be in the in crowd. I may give you $20, but I didn't have that $20 to give you. Now me and my kids over here eating noodles because I gave you that $20. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, That's the same thing in some churches. It's cliquish. It goes by who's giving the most tithes and the most offering, and who's giving the most offerings. So you get that, okay, they're in the in crowd with the pastor because they giving the most. So you have people that, I mean, not just stepping out on faith when you giving in church and you just giving, not because the Lord moved you to give, you giving because you want to be in the in crowd, or you just giving. You can go to church and some preachers dry beg. Right. Some people have, thank you, Demetra. Some people have no shame. Some people have, that's what we started talking about, pride, Slim Thick. Some people have no pride. I could not, I think she dropped out, she'll be back. I have too much pride. I could be down and out and I would never get on here and tell y'all. I probably would tell y'all once I made it out. Once I came up, I'm in the out crowd. Right? I know that's right, Betty. Hey, Prayed Up, how you doing? I appreciate you. Please, I don't say like my video, but please sub Prayed Up. I appreciate you. Thank you, Demetra, for bringing Prayed Up over. A lot of people want to be in the in crowd. A lot of people want to be in the in crowd, and they'll give their last. They'll give something they don't have just to feel like they gave something. And then I think, you know what? I think it's a way with the. You remember? I don't think they really do it a lot, but I think back in the day, and I think they still do it. Like just say for instance, I'm just gonna read this list. Oh, thank you, No Nonsense, for the super chat. Thank you, Demetra, for the super chat. Or thank you for the cash app. Thank you, Trina B, for the cash app. Thank you, Armin Brown, for the cash. So I'm saying that, and I want my name called shit. So let me get my phone and sit. Oh, man, really? And you might not even have it. You just want the spotlight. You just want the shine. You just want to feel like you're doing something.
But if the person, if they doing that and reading off somebody else's name, and that leads you to give, you cannot say, well, I didn't have it to give. You looked at your cash app, at your bank account before you gave. So it's not always on the content creator. They're not making nobody give. I don't care. They're not. If you got up there and begged with tears down your face and boogers in your nose, the fact that you picked up your phone, typed in your password and everything else, and you decided to give, that's right on that person. But we can't knock people down for them giving. That's them in their mind. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Them, and we can't always say that it's wrong. I mean, it's wrong for you to sit up here and dry beg. Now, it's not wrong for you to ask outright, hey, if you exhausted all avenues, this is what I need, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. If you have it, okay. If you don't, okay. You know what I'm saying? I still thank you. But if you can't give monetarily to somebody, pray. You can always give something. If right. You know the Lord, if you know,
don't have to be money. It don't have to be money.
Yeah, pray, give a thought or whatever, something. You can do that. It doesn't have to always be money. That's why I said if I'm not led to give money, I'm not gonna give to you. I don't care how much you sit up there and cry in my face. They don't move me.
Right.
It does not move, because I know people can cry on the drop of a dime. Mm-hmm. That's not gonna move me. But if I feel in my heart, and God has not led for me to give anything to you, if one thing I know He gonna lead me to do it, that's pray. And I've done that for plenty of people. They don't even know that they had been laid on my heart to pray for them. And I will leave a voice note as a prayer. I will type you out a prayer, or I would just, say a silent prayer or whatnot. Just like today, for those of you that did watch, we were asked to come to the altar for those, if we knew anybody that was not there, to come stand in proxy for those that may be suffering with COVID or any other illness or whatnot. I went up there, and everybody that I know in my life here, in real life on this side of the computer, as well as those that I've seen on YouTube, and I've seen in chats that they may have said that they had COVID, they're struggling, their kids. Every last one of those people, I call their name out. You know what I'm saying? So I can give that way. I don't have to always give monetarily, and I feel like a prayer, it's gonna go a long way. It's gonna go a long. It'll go a long way. That's what I believe, but. Right. Some people feel like, the only way you can be blessed is with money. That's not true.
True. And they don't want it. They remind you see a man on the corner and he got a sign, and he say, "I'm hungry," right? And you might have, you just pulled out a Burger King. You got a fresh Whopper, fries, and a drink. You ain't put the straw in it, and you reach that. This happens here a lot, and Demetri know I'm not lying. You reach that bag, and you be like, you know what? Put it on my heart. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this man. He got a sign say he hungry, and you reach that fresh burger that you just pulled out the drive-through with, and he gonna be like, I don't want that. I want some money. So that's just like what you saying, you giving prayer and you ain't doing it monetarily, but you giving prayer. And then you got some people be like, I don't want your prayers. Like this is lady on here, the one I was telling y'all about that be on here begging all the time, that 21 bad bitch. Somebody told her they was gonna pray for her. She say, don't pray for me. How you don't even know what I want. And she always begging. You got $1 that you ain't using. You got what the hell you mean I ain't using it? This is my dollar, I'm using it. So, you know, but they give her money. Cash out runs up to $200 a day. And that probably just when I just be peeking, and she'll be like, I'm not even asking for nothing. Yes, you did. So you playing the psychological game with us? You just beg for $1. Then she'll go from $1 to $20. And then she'll be like, I ain't even asking for nothing. Yes, you did. You on here begging. But you got some people out there that clearly see this girl telling you, I'm going to go smoke your money up. And they give this girl money. Yeah. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, those are the people I'm talking about that probably don't even have it, but they want their name called out.
Nah, I want my name to be written down in the
name. Say she rather have cash than a prayer. That's just
you know better white crazy girl. But you know what song came to mind while we were sitting here talking about this, and you were talking about the people standing on the corner. That Kurt Franklin song, "Lean on Me."
Lean on Me.
Yeah, that part where they say, "Oh, there's a man standing on the corner. You know, he has no home, he has no food, but that's what that really." We don't know really what people be going through, and somebody may be living in an apartment, but still their life.
You was crazy. I got my first cash app.
Oh, you got a cash app? Look at God. Won't he do it?
I ain't never seen my cash app. You just cashed at me and told me that's for the collection plate. Preach.
You better come on and pass it around. I know that's right.
Oh, thank you, View.
But yeah, people can be living in an apartment.
I ain't even putting on the spot. I had to put it out there.
But their life is like they're standing on the corner. They can be living in an apartment, but still standing on the corner.
Right.
Having to beg.
Right.
You know, because something didn't.
That's the song right there, woman. That whole song. What we talking about? How you doing, Sarah Moon?
Standing on the corner, he has no home. I ain't finna sing. I already did it.
Yeah, I know you singing this morning. Yeah. Demetri said they gonna get her fries, or she gonna say bye. A lot of people say that. They be like, I don't want that. Fries. But if you say you hungry, do it matter? It's not like I'm giving you garbage. I'm not giving you slop. You just saw me pull out of the drive-through. And I'm just gonna like how you said you had those oranges and stuff, and you gave them. Now, how would you have felt if he said, I don't want that?
Listen, I've had that happen. All right, no nonsense. I've had literally, it's this man that walks around. He has the public library bags that you put your books in. He has all his belongings in those bags. And I was always seeing this man right at the corner in front of the library with all of his bags. He slept at the bus stop. And so my sons, you know, we kept seeing him every day. I'm taking them to school. And like they asked, why this, why that? And then they asked, can we pray for him? I was, said, yeah. And so I was like, dang, I really want to give something to him. So, child, I came home that day. I was so excited. I came home, and then that morning when I was getting my kids ready for school, I had a loaf of bread, peanut butter and jelly. I had cans of Vienna sausages. I had everything in that bag. And then in the Ziploc bag, I put some money in there, and I wrote a note, and I put a card to my church on inside or whatnot. Girl, and I got up to the man and let the window down. And I said, excuse me, can you come here? I have something for you. That man said, I don't want it. I said, no. I said, I have something for you. He said, I don't want it. I said, well, there's money in the bag. Girl, he ran up to that car. I said, Lord Jesus, but you know what? It hurt my feelings, but at the same time, what really blessed me was that my son said, Mama, that was so nice of you. And I was like,
because any other time we would have said, oh, he said he didn't want it. I wouldn't even baited him with the money. You would have just took it and gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, but I was like, no, I really want to give him it. It wasn't even about the money that was in the bag, but
you want him to get the rest of the blessings that was in that bag.
It was the note for me because I literally sat there and wrote him a front and back page note, just encouraging him because I always see him. But now, guess what? I have not seen this man in almost 2 years.
Well, hopefully he blessed and he ain't on the corner no more.
Yeah, I'm praying.
That was just, I mean, I remember I used to be in this organization and we used to pass out hats and gloves. You have a good day too, no nonsense. I'll be there for my plate. All right, Betty White, you have a good day too.
Okay, Betty. Hey,
we'll be back later on Armin's doing diamond painting later.
I gotta make my intro, so.
Oh, okay. So we was doing her stuff last night because she don't want to get fussed at by you.
Oh, I saw her, child.
All your kids saw your effort, love. Oh, Demetri say all your kids saw your effort, love, and truth, and your feelings, and your hurt feelings so sweet. Yeah. I forgot. I keep losing my damn thought. Like I'm acting like I'm old.
Girl, how old are you? You gotta ask Uncle Tim for some of that medicine. He said he be using to keep his mind.
I was saying something about how people say they don't want. I don't remember. Let's talk about something. It'll come back because I lost it.
We gotta keep you on.
I know. I lost it. I looked at diamond paint and lost everything I said.
I get a little bit of ADD sometimes when it comes down to when I be on here because you will see one comment and then
you get it out. And then I told her bye, and I told 2 people bye, and I forgot. So Sarah say that happened to us before. Refuse food. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I know. I finished. Refuse food, want just the cash. And once this couple had a dog, and even refused the dog food, I went and bought for their dog. Blew my mind. They were holding hungry sign. Right. I like the ones that say. She says she's such a professional. She got to do an intro.
I'm sorry. I got to. You see, I even had an intro. If y'all, and I ain't trying to pull it, but if you watched it when I did my watch party, I had a whole intro for the watch party.
I didn't get to watch it. I liked it, the comment that you sent me the link, but I actually logged in. But it was something with the internet at the stadium. I couldn't get all the way. I followed you, and then that's for some reason it kept kicking me off. But I was going to pull it up. But I was at the game. I was at the game yesterday. So what I was going to say, I was in this organization, and we used to pass out head meets. But Houston is so crazy where you can't really gauge what day is actually going to be cold. So we would actually try to pick a good day, but sometimes it would still be kind of a little warm. So I remember going out there, and you have what we would do would take the mitts and we would roll them up and we would tuck them in the hats, and then we would just hand it to you like that. So we're not giving the men anything that's pink, tan, feminine. We had some for the women, and these people be right by the church that I go to downtown, and they will be laying all under the freeway and stuff. So while you walk up and you're giving them a hat in the mid, and sometimes we will have socks in there, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's red. You got blue." I'm looking at them like, "Nigga, you homeless and you gang banging."
Listen, I don't care if it was pink. Get here.
Right. I mean, it's the point of. Then you get the ones. I remember we was doing this winter. We had extra jackets. People donated blankets and jackets, and we went and bought blankets. Why some of these people were stealing the blankets? So they would get in line and come back twice. Not being truthful that somebody else could use their blanket. Then you would have some people that they'd be like, "I'm just here." We was doing outside the little where they were serving breakfast one morning, and they were like, "I'm good. I'm just here to eat breakfast. I don't need a blanket. I got somewhere to stay." So I did appreciate those. But I remember one time we used to go to Dallas, and that was this church. I love volunteering at this church. Now my church didn't treat the people, to me, to be very honest, they didn't treat the people like humans. They treated the people like, "Oh, we ain't got no more grits. That's it. That's all you're going to get is eggs and whatever." And when they put the grits on the plate, the shit looked like slop. Oh, when I went to volunteer, I think I volunteered like 3 or 4 times. I wasn't a barber at the time. I think I was right before I went to school. And we went to this church, and it was the pastor. I'm not just saying white, but he was white. Now the pastor at the church that I go to was black. At this church, very big church in Dallas, and you walk in, and they had it set up like a cafeteria style. People would just come there that probably didn't have food at their house, but they wasn't homeless. Homeless came there, and we treated those people. It was called, the name of their cafeteria was called, that part of the church was called Cafe Hope. They treated those people like they were human. They ate on regular plates with regular silverware. We served them. They didn't have to get up. They was allowed to get seconds. The only thing with the meat, they didn't get like the same amount they got the first time. When I say that food looked so good, that food looked like you would want to sit down and eat.
As it should. There's no reason for you to feed a homeless people. I don't care. There's no reason for you to feed other people something that you wouldn't even give your dog. They're still human beings. They just don't have a place to live right now, or some may have a place to live, but they just don't have. They don't have
a hot meal.
Right, or they don't have a hot meal. So it's like, why would you? I don't get that, because that's I feel like
that's what some of the churches do. They treat them like they are nobodies. What I loved about this experience, they came in and they sat down, and we served them. We went and got their food. We poured their juice. They had choice of juice, milk, coffee, water. We poured their coffee. We gave them refills. We walked around with danishes and sweet rolls and biscuits and stuff like that. They cooked them pancakes. I'm saying it was somebody back there actually cooking. We ain't talking about no microwave pancakes. They cooked them pancakes. They scrambled the eggs. They ate on dishes. When you went and got them a seconds, you didn't take that plate back up there. They got a fresh plate. It's the only thing you would just have to go to the window and say, this is a seconds plate. And then they would do less meat. So the meat, if you had like 4 sausages on your first plate, you might have had 2 on the next plate. So I guess they didn't run out of meat so much. But those people, just to hear those people sit there and talk, it was one guy, I think it was his brother or somebody that made it into the NFL. But look at him. He didn't look bad, but you sit there and you hear their stories, and you get to make them feel like somebody. And the name of the place was Cafe Hope. When I say I enjoyed it, then you could walk out of there, and if they had clothes for you, they would give you some clothes. And like I say, I know I wasn't a barber then, because you could walk out there, the men could walk out there, and they had somebody that they didn't know how to cut hair, but they were trying to cut their hair. And it was just like an experience. And I volunteered there like about 4 times. I can't remember the name of the church, but it was just an awesome experience to see them being treated like humans.
You're right. And it's sad that, when some people talk about church and everything like that, it's like there's a negative connotation about it. I don't care if I'm in a room full of people that don't believe in God. I'm still gonna talk about my God. Now you don't have to listen. If you ask, especially on my videos and stuff like that, I be kikiing and all the other stuff, but I'm gonna give you a little scripture. I ain't speaking in tongues the whole time. Yeah, but that's who I am. And so for people to expect you to turn it off is it's annoying, because I see somebody say that, but that's neither here nor there.
But if you turn it off, then you will be being fake.
Exactly. But people, they don't like that.
That's what I get from you. I know if on a ride to work, if I catch you right at we're gonna get a hymn.
Yep.
That's you. But I'm saying, but that's you. If you came on and did something different, I would think something different. So you don't have to turn it off. You're gonna be an acquired taste for who's gonna like you.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna be an acquired taste of who's gonna gravitate like me. Like I said, I don't mind. I'm getting it out the mud. If it's just 160, hey, I'm good. I'm cool, because I'm not on here for all the other stuff. I just want the 1,000 so I can have a community wall and could go live on my phone without stream. I'm being honest. If that come at that later date, if I say, well, maybe I could swing my channel another way and maybe do the monetization. I enjoy just getting on here talking to y'all.
I do too.
I don't get on here and talk for the numbers. It's whoever come, we talk and we get to talking. Oh, Voodoo say what time tonight?
6:30.
6:30. So Voodoo would be 5:30 our time.
Oh, she's central too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's central. I think she's central with me.
6:30. View is a View. You central too, right? View? Or she?
No, I can View Eastern with you. I
Oh
think.
yeah, she is Eastern. She up there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where she at, but I think. And then Slim Six say, I'm not religious and I don't go to church. I am spiritual, so I can receive from any religion. I still listen to gospel music because it feeds me. Yes. Slim Six, I'm like you. I was just telling somebody, I don't know if it was Armin, we was all talking, but I like to be ministered the word through music.
Mm-hmm.
But I can listen to a good word. Like your church today, that was a good word about time.
Mm-hmm.
About it's a time for everything. Like I love when he said, so you know I was listening because he said, here today, gone today. The truth. So you know I was listening before I went in the store.
Yeah. Wait, we in church today?
Here today, gone today. And we used to say here today, gone tomorrow. No, he said it the right way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No,
but I had bad experience.
Look at y'all.
What?
I said y'all was in there listening. Look at y'all.
I was listening because when I spoke to you this morning, for some reason, when I first clicked on it, saw you was on and say ride to church with me. Mm. So I was when I was in the chat and I said good morning. I put the prayer hands. It was a commercial playing for me.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you notice I came back when I finally got in. I said, "Oh, we in church," and I put the look like that, and I didn't say nothing else.
That's what Demetri.
Because I didn't want to be rude. I was like, "Oh man," because when I came in, I spoke, but I was still listening to a commercial before I could skip the ad.
But that's what Demetri was. She was like, "Well, I don't know if I should talk in the chat while you in church." I was like, "Yeah, y'all can talk. I'm not reading. I'm not."
Yeah, but you wasn't reading in no way. That's why I said, "Oh, we in church," and I did like that.
No, I did see that comment because I told her, and it was crazy because she.
And Demetri came after me and she said, "I'm going back in the bushes. Don't at me."
Oh yeah, but she was still in the congregation, honey. She was still in the congregation. But no, y'all, like I like that when you do that. I mean, of course. I can't hear you saying amen or you agreeing or anything like that, but just you typing it in there, that lets me know too that you paying
attention.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Right, that's true, Slim Thick. Right. People don't respect other life choices.
They don't.
Because you got people that don't believe. This is how I feel about church. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I stopped going to church because I end up bringing a friend of mine, but we're not friends no more, to my church, and they end up sitting right up there. So before I beat the brakes off somebody in church, I just stopped going. So that's the last time I've been to church. Now I will listen, and like I say, I like to be ministered through music more, and I don't like the cliquish behavior, and I have seen people literally ask for help. When they don't understand, when they cross between Muslim and Christianity, and they reaching out for help, and the preachers don't bother to try to come give them guidance. So I see it as some churches are cliquish. Like I know y'all probably see it on TV. We have the big Lakewood church, right? How big that church is. That church is so big. And I don't know if it's a joke or it's true because I've never been to the church, but they used to say the people that sits down at the bottom, because they used to be where the Rockets used to play back in the day. That used to be the summit, and they end up getting a contract for it. And Joel Osteen, so y'all know who Joel Osteen is. To me, he's not a preacher, he's a motivational speaker. Mm-hmm. So he ended up getting a contract. I don't know if they own the summit. I don't know if the city of Houston ever sold them the summit. But it used to be where the Rockets used to play, so you know how big that is before the Rockets got the Toyota Center. And they say everybody that sits down at the bottom, like I say, this could be a rumor, pays good tithes and offerings, and everybody that's sitting well in the nosebleeds. So I'm like, why do it matter? If I get there first, I should be able to sit where I want to sit. So I just, my thing with that, but I believe. I believe. And I remember one time I had got real sick. And I wasn't getting up saying my prayers. I wasn't saying my prayers. She said she called all preachers motivational speakers. A lot of them are. But some of them can give you a word and have your everything moving inside of you too now. But it's still motivational. So I remember, see, look, I lost my thought that fast. I am tripping. I need to go
stay out the chat until you finish your thoughts. Stay out the chat.
Damn, what was I doing? Where was I going? I said about
you feel like if you walk into a church, you should be able to sit where you want to sit.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it don't have nothing to do with how much tithes I pay, or if I'm a star member or I've been there a long time. It was something else I was going. I'm gonna let you talk because I forgot. When you started talking, I'm gonna remember.
But I also want people to know all churches are not the same. But I know we all the body of Christ as a whole sometimes gets a bad rap. That's just like all black people not the same. We ask for us not to be grouped into everything when one black person do everything the same way, with the church or with leaders and things of that nature. Every leader is not out here doing the opposite of what it is that they're preaching, what they're preaching.
What Voodoo said, that's it right there too.
I stopped going because they made it too much like a business and not enough about bringing people together to fellowship. I have church in my own house. Amen. And some places do that. That's why I've been sitting. Yeah, I can say, that's my daddy. He's not my biological father, but I've been under him for 20 some odd years. And I used to be embarrassed to say it because then you'll get those people, they be like, well, why you not fathering where you are now? Why you not evangelist? Why you not this? Why you not that? Because that was his path. That ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? I stepped away and came back. I stepped away and I came back or whatever, but it's still about my relationship with God. But I sat under him for as long as I have because I believe in the teaching. I believe that God is leading him, and I know He's living what He's teaching me. I
was just going to ask you that he's walking what he's talking.
He walking like he's talking. Okay, right. So I don't want to have to
go. You can follow that.
Yeah, and I don't want to have to go somewhere else and wonder if the preacher really doing what he's telling me that I should be doing. But also too with that, in another way that some motivational speakers, teachers, and preachers and everything get bad raps is because people say, well, how can the preacher ride in a Mercedes, but then the church member is riding in a raggedy car, something like that? Or how can they stay on this side of town when their members stand over here? Here it is. Because if he giving you his testimony and saying, this is what God brought, and I can speak for my daddy, this is what God brought him from and brought him through, and the path that God put him on, and he actually followed the blueprint. That's why he got what he got. And some people don't follow the blueprint, so that's where they are. So if he's able to lay out the blueprint for you, and he's giving you, this is the walk that you need, this may be the walk that you need to walk, or get your relationship with God, but you don't follow it, sometimes that's where we end up where we are because of that. But we have to also understand that a lot of preachers and teachers and motivational speakers have a job. They had a job. Like my dad worked for the United States Postal Service for over 30 years, and he was also in the military, and he retired from both of them. So now you got from federal, so even with him, God gave him the vision to leave Cleveland, Ohio, to come back here to start a church. He took all the money he had in his savings to start his church. He never said God told him to get paid A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
He's different. Because a lot of them out here, they see it's a business.
It shouldn't be, because that's why you have a lot of churches opening and closing, because they're looking at it as a business, but you're not realizing you opening up a church it may be in an impoverished neighborhood, and you thinking that you finna open up this church and these people finna flood you and give you all of this money. No, let me tell you, when we paid my daddy, and I can speak because it's my daddy. Right. He ain't want no money. I was going to that church we were under him for at least maybe 17 years before he ever got paid. And guess what? He did. Wow. Even when we made that decision as a whole, because we tried to pay him and he said no. And even to this day, if we give him anything, it goes back into the church. He don't take no money from the church. If anything, if need be, he'll use his own money. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens.
I mean, I just say your dad is doing God's work.
Exactly.
He's not looking at it as this is I'm doing it to the masses and the people. No. I'm not doing it for a paycheck, because I know a lot of preachers, how they have these fancy houses and they have these church because they're being paid from the church. And then you got a building fund and you got this and I went to a church one time and they passed a plate over 5 times. Like how many times? I was like, I wish. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I went to a church. I went to a church for my class reunion. It was one of my classmates' husband is the preacher. And they have a Jaguar. And I think they have another kind of car. I hope they don't ever watch this video, but anyway. They have a Jaguar. And I think it's the wife's car, which will be the first lady. And we sitting in there, it's getting ready to be offering time. I'm reaching in my pocket, pulling out my little wallet, get ready to get a little money. And he say, yeah, you see that thing sitting out there with them rims on it, all that chrome? Yeah, that's my sweet thing, car. Yeah, she my sweet thing. She my sugar mama. She my this. I say,
what you say? You put your money in your wallet. Put your wallet in your pocket.
My wallet. I took the little money I had in the envelope, took it out, the $20, and put it back in my wallet. Not for to sit in my face and cap and brag.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I didn't give him nothing because I felt like, which I don't care what you have, because I saw the car parked there when I walked in, so I knew it was yours. Sure. You just not gonna play in my face.
It is the boasting. It is the boasting and the bragging that that people don't like when they do flaunt
their will. They shouldn't flaunt their will.
Yeah, but see, but to some people, because and I know that some people come to church to complain about stuff. They come to church to see what's wrong, and then they go back and tell people what's wrong instead of coming there with an expectation to get something from God.
You coming for the word. You're not coming to see what Sister Mary got on.
Hello.
Sister Sally and Brother John got on. What kind of hat she got on? What kind of clothes? Like they say, well, Easter. What they call them, the Mother's Day, Easter. What is it? BMC Christians that go to church for what is it? Easter, Mother's Day, Easter, and I got it wrong. Christmas. That come to show off their fashions.
Oh yeah, child.
We call them out here. They call them whatever them alphabets is. I got it backwards, but it's the whatever M-E some Christian.
That one.
Yeah, it's called. So if it would be, what would be Easter be first? No, so it would be Christmas would be first if you come in this way. So I think it's CEM. But I don't know. It's like it's an initials, and they say that's in the CME Christian, meaning they only come into church for Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. You know they want to do sunrise service so that you can see Sister Mary with her hat tilted to the side and all that. But my thing is, don't like Slim Thick say, don't flaunt your wealth, and don't do that.
No, and you don't flaunt, but it's a difference.
You don't speak like you say.
Right.
You follow the blueprint. This is something you can have, but you're getting paid.
Yep. But even if you're not getting paid to do it, it's still a way to do it. And like my dad always say, I'm not boasting on myself. I make my boasting to the Lord. This is what he did for me. So I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what he did for me. This is how he did it. You know what I'm saying? And he got there off of being led by God. And he's been saved since he was under 10 years old. He got saved in the church house or whatnot. So it's just I don't know, when people it's just the examples like that show. Okay, well, I'll say this, I don't know if y'all ever seen Preachers of LA. That show right there,
when it first came out,
man, that show right there give pastors everywhere to me a bad name because that's that boasting that they did in the big houses, the cars, and this is why I do this, and I'm walking around with my chest poked out and all this other stuff. Yeah, we see you on the street talking to these people, but the camera's there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what do you do when the camera's not there? When nobody's there to hold you accountable? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, for me, in my church and everything, like I really do, I love my people. I'll say that.
Yeah, but if he walking the walk, that's easy to follow because I can actually see him not being a hypocrite.
No,
I'm not telling you, God say don't do this, and then as soon as I get home, where that hen at?
Yeah,
I gotta get this hen. And my thing is they all human. So when they make mistakes, I'm not saying that they're not God. A lot of them not even called by God. It's a hustle.
Child, they call AT&T called them. God ain't called them, child.
Right. You see what Slim said, elderly people are choosing tithes over medicine. That's true.
But in that instance, though, you have to think that's a personal decision. The church ain't make them do that. That's a personal decision because.
But when they preach that, but you know what? If you go back to slavery, you know what the Bible was used for? To keep the slaves in line. So I can't remember his name, but it was a movie. Nate. I can't call his whole name. But what the masters did was use the Bible to keep the slaves in control and to keep them in line. So if you think about old, like she say, elderly, so you're going back elderly, that's somebody that's being taught, will a man rob God? That's what you hear out loud.
Yes, he will. Malachi 3:8, honey, with tithes and offerings.
Right. So you get convicted and be like, oh man, I don't want to rob God. All I got is this light bill.
That's why I say you don't give out of your necessity. And even the Bible tells you not to give out of your necessity. It tells you not to do that. So if your medicine is your necessity and you give it instead of taking it, like my dad even said today, he said, I ain't telling you not to take your medicine. I ain't gonna never tell you that, but he said, but is there a balm in Gilead? That means, is there a healing? Do you believe that there's a healing? Now you take your medicine, but you still got to believe, that God is who he say he is and he's a healer. So it's all about your belief and your faith and things. I often look out because I ain't never heard that way say you shouldn't live above your means, because even when, oh Lord, who was that? When they were coming in, render unto Caesar what's due unto him. So he was saying, the preachers are still technically in the Bible. It does say that they're supposed to be paid. You know what I'm saying? Technically in the Bible.
I mean, it's a job, so I wouldn't say they shouldn't be paid, but I feel like if the congregation ain't bringing in that kind of money, then your salary shouldn't be
you can't pay what you ain't
the lights being paid.
You can't pay what you ain't got. Yeah, and I think that's crazy that a church would pay the pastor before they pay the light bill is due, and that's all that you have, then that the house should be taken care of first. And it even says that how can you pretty much take care of, how can my house, God say, how can my house be in order when yours is not? So how can your house be in such a disarray, but then you come to the church and it's like, daisies and sunflowers. But at your house, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then
it's like chaos, it's torment and chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my grandmother was going through dementia, so she started making bad decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got a lot of people that and I don't like when you go to the church and they say, turn to the neighbor, say such and such. Like, am I at Sesame Street or something? I gotta keep.
Girl, you better turn to your neighbor, because I be telling y'all to do that too. Look at your neighbor above you and type. What I said, I was talking about frogs, girl. It was because my daddy was saying when you get complacent in a situation, it said with a frog, because a frog's environment is water. They're used to being there, so they'll sit there. So if you was to put a frog in a pot of water on a stove and you turn the heat up, because it's still water, they'll sit there. So eventually they'll sit there and they'll die in that pot of water, because
they don't know to jump out.
They're not gonna move. So so I told the people, I said, look at your neighbor and say, ribbit. Type at your neighbor and say, ribbit. Don't be no frog. Stop being complacent. Right. Get out of that place that you're comfortable in. Child, now when I tell you that live was so funny when they had, because it was just it just was, when I get to talking, child, I just be talking.
Yeah, because I get but sometimes they be in there just bouncing you around. Like I can get the turn to your neighbor and all that, but sometimes like, come on now, I ain't gonna be doing all this. You just bouncing me around.
Your neighbor understand when you talking to them. Sometimes your neighbor don't understand when the pastor talking. When they come out your mouth, you like, oh, wait a minute. Now
like wake him up a little bit. Don't forget to tell your son that I missed the first 30 minutes.
What song?
The Little League. I don't think he was paying me attention when I first said on channel 13, the champion.
I wasn't here when you first said it. This is my first time hearing you say it.
No, I said it when I saw you come in. You probably weren't paying attention.
Oh, I ain't hear that.
Or it wasn't probably all the way engaged. It's on channel 13.
Child, I ain't got cable. What station?
No, 13. That's ABC.
Oh, I ain't got.
I'm sorry,
my kids, they with their daddy.
Oh, well, they gone. They might be watching it anyway.
Child, I doubt it. They probably.
It's Michigan versus Ohio, and they at the bottom of the first. So whoever wins this one is over. Well, I'm gonna let you get. Huh?
Who's playing?
Michigan. Somebody. One team repping Michigan, and one team work with Ohio. And I think Hawaii won third place.
How many more they got to go?
That's it. So whoever wins this game, they're going 6 innings. I'm going for Michigan because they got 2 little black boys on their team. So Slim Thick said, I remember crying on my neighbor.
Oh, see, your neighbor be able to hold you up sometimes. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor! Oh, neighbor.
Are you ready? They'll say, are you ready? Wake up. There's always some commands.
Hey, now with COVID, and he be telling, he said, just wave across the hall at your neighbor. Instead of saying, you know, they say touch your neighbor, we say, wave across the hall at your neighbor and tell
I remember the churches out here tried to sue because they didn't want to be dictated. They didn't want to be dictated to not have a congregation in there. Oh, she said those are their Ohio boys. One goes to school with my boy and hubby watching now. Okay.
Well, who you going for?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Michigan. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm going for. I seen two little black boys on. I'm sorry, and that's typically how I am. I was going for the team Texas because that's my state, and they had a little girl, and she was a little white girl, which it doesn't matter, but she was girl power, so I was going for the little girl. And then I was just watching one day, you know, because I'm invested. I don't really like baseball like that, but I like to see the kids play. Mm-hmm. And I was watching it, and I saw the little chubby little black boy. He hit the ball. And then yesterday I was watching it, and I didn't know they had another little black boy on the team because the first little chubby little boy, he got hit with the ball, and he had to get a substitute to watch first base. So I said, okay, well, I love to see them win, you know, to take the whole thing because we don't have any international teams in it this year.
Oh, because of COVID.
I'm missing the Paralympics. I hate that I'm missing the Paralympics.
Is that on now?
The Paralympics is going on. Yeah, it was going on last week.
They still
with the blind people, the people with the but they not making it it's not popular like the the Olympics had shitty coverage anyway. So
is it still on? Like the Olympics, part of the Olympics still?
No, the Paralympics. That's where the handicapped people compete. Because I cut the world fastest blind man hair before. I cut his hair before the Rio Olympics.
Yeah, you told me.
David Brown.
Yeah, because
he's at this Olympics. They in Tokyo, but I don't know if it's over yet. So I might have to actually go on YouTube and see can I.
You were saying that you tried to get a man the mirror.
Yeah, I gave that man the mirror. I feel so embarrassed. So I'm gonna have to root for you too, Sarah. For the Ohio, I just want to see a good game.
Stop story. You said you went for Michigan. Stay with it.
No, I said I just want to see. You didn't hear me finish. You didn't hear me finish. Say I just want to see a good game. So that means I'm rooting for all the kids.
Just root for every.
It's all good. It's good. They all there, and it's good for whoever wins. This is a big deal for all those kids. Right? It's a big deal, Sarah, for the 12-year-olds. They had one little boy had a mustache yesterday.
A mustache?
Yeah, he had a little mustache. He was the pitcher. He was throwing the heck out that ball.
How old are these kids?
12. You can't be past 12. So they was interviewing his mother, trying to make sure he was 12. You have to show birth certificates and stuff. So his mother said, no, he will be 13 in November. So long as I think it's a deadline to cut off when you make 13. So they're all 12. They had one little 12-year-old pitch to no-hitter the other day. What? The whole game. He threw like almost close to 90-something pitches, which I think that was a little too much on his arm. But because they do a pitch count, so because he threw that many pitches. Sarah, is that the guy from Ohio that threw the no-hitter? Because I can't remember what team.
Sarah?
But he threw a no-hitter arm, and because he threw, his pitch count went up too high, and they have to rest like 2-3 days in between the next match, he'll never get to play the rest of the tournament. Because you have to. That's why they do a pitch count, because what happens with that, they could tear those little kids' rotator cuffs up.
Right, and that's too early for all of that.
That's too early. So 90-something pitches. He hung in there though for a no-hitter, and they just let him close it out because that's history, for him to pitch a no-hitter. But nobody got a hit on him.
I never got into baseball, so
I could watch it professionally if the Astros get in the pennant race. I do go to the games. But I'm not really a basketball. I love basketball, play basketball, but I don't watch really men basketball because I call myself being a feminist because I used to referee basketball, and I hated how they used to always pull the refs from the girl games and make sure the boys had refs. So they kind of like put a sour taste in my mouth. Like I didn't watch none of the finals this year. I watched the WNBA. I love football, but I'm not really into the NBA like that.
Well, Lord.
I'm gonna let you go get ready. I'm going on up 2 hours.
Over here, putting these stickers on the top of these boxes and things.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Remember, I had to pull them little tabs out the trash, so I need to go and put the rest.
I'm glad you threw them away. And you
No,
got
I didn't. I got them out the trade.
So I'm saying, but you got your light kit and everything, right? How you say you ain't get no grips with your light kit? Because I'm sitting here looking at my kit with all this stuff in it.
You talking about this?
Your pencil grips.
No, I didn't get a pencil grip. But that thing is so small, I don't think I need a grip. You can see how much I did. I haven't worked on it. I might work on it while I'm waiting. I'm going to finish this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at
I caught myself stretching out. Oh, here you go. I can say I know I stretched out.
What's crazy though? Remember the
still kind of,
okay.
See, I'm stretching out on a piece of cardboard.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I went when we got off that night. I gotta find what I did with them because I brought everything back here because I didn't think the conversation was gonna get that good, and I was gonna mess around with this. Hubby said that was South Dakota. Okay, tell Hubby thank you. I knew it was one of those teams, and they out of it already, so they didn't even make it that far. No, didn't South Dakota? The South Dakota team just was in the constellation match. Oh, Voodoo say that's the kid she doing today. It's like the elephant. You doing the elephant or you doing the flower? So what I'm getting ready to do, Armin, is I'm gonna go look at those tabs where I pulled that off. Because remember I told you some of them had like the same shapes. See, I got shapes. Look, let me show you. You see how the legend is?
Oh yeah.
So it got arrows, minuses. So and some of them have like 2 arrows. The arrow might have a circle around it. So I'm gonna go in, pull the ones I got, pull the things I got out the trash, and I'm gonna relabel.
The one I'm doing today, mine is square, and I know Voodoo said the square ones are better. She said she's doing the mandala. The square ones are better, but what's crazy is okay. So the kit that I'm doing, that I pulled this one out of, it came with 5 diamond painting canvases and whatnot. So I'm looking like, okay, but what the rest of the little drill, the color things is they all have the same color. So like every picture will have the same color. So it's only one. Let me see. Oh, I can't show you because I ain't got my camera is covered up with tape.
Okay.
So I can't show you, but I'll show y'all when I get on camera. Well, no, I can't because I'm about to take it all out. But the whole it's oh my god, it's so many freaking colors. It's ridiculous.
Just take a picture of what you're telling me. So when once you take it all out, you can just show me the picture. What you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a lot. So I hope I have enough.
See, this legend is different. You see, it's alphabets, so it's one.
Let me see what this is.
But this is a lot. This whole thing is full of stuff.
Oh Lord. This one got numbers and symbols and shapes and all kind of crap. Oh God.
This one got alphabets. So this whole thing you see is alphabets. But the whole thing is diamond. So this whole picture is gonna be full of drills.
Oh,
so this one has a lot of space. So this one is not that bad. You can see where I did the drills right here.
At least you started with that one first.
Right. I wanted to start with the one that wasn't so complicated. So I'm trying to see, do I want to do the new one today or just finish this one?
Just look, one at a time, because you know y'all will color about 50 million pictures and won't finish now one of them. Look, finish one.
I think I'm gonna finish this one. So what I'm gonna do when I get off, I'm gonna go watch the rest of the game, and I'm gonna lay across the bed. So that's 5:30 my time. So Sarah said I bought a small diamond painting kit, Sunset Beach Scene, about a year ago and still haven't touched it. So I've still never done one. Well, Sarah, come join us today.
Look at that.
Come join us today. Go ahead and pull it out and get it ready. If I don't know if you Central or no, she's in Ohio. So where would she be?
Don't ask me.
Yes, is that Northeast? Is that Northeast?
Is that Central?
No,
you Central? Are you Central? Nobody. Yeah. I said that yesterday. Nobody never talked about Mountain Time. Hey, Crafton. Nobody know. Oh, she Eastern.
So that would be 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah, come to Almond Brown's channel, Sarah. Even if you just want to watch or if you want to jump up there with us, it's gonna be so far. I know Voodoo, View, me, and you.
Leilani, she'll be
Leilani. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think Pete's still on vacation, but she's not gonna do it. Aisha, I haven't seen Aisha today. I'm gonna have to hit her up and check on her.
I ain't been in nobody's chest today, so I ain't seen nobody.
I haven't been. I've been in yours, and then I went and watched Demetria when y'all was talking. I watched a little bit of that.
Well, yeah, that's where I was at. That's the only.
And then I was going to. I don't know how I missed y'all because I probably when I was outside trying to put I got some lights that shine when you open the door, and I didn't really understand how to do it because it was in Chinese. So we got hot. I say, oh no, I'll do that later. I doing all my errands. I'm not doing nothing. I'm being lazy for Monday and Tuesday. I gotta pick my grandson up from they did good yesterday. They came down from 18 to nothing. And they lost by 7 in overtime.
Oh, good.
Good.
I mean, not good that they lost, but
yeah, I'm saying just have to put their head down for in the first half. It was 18 to nothing.
Oh wow.
They didn't give up no more points. They kept going. So she said, I'm working on one of mine now. I love my lighted drill. You got a lighted drill?
Lighted drill? What is it? You talking about the pad?
Okay, here go my pad. Let me light it up to see if this is what she talking about. Because Voodoo ain't tell us about no lighted drill.
Okay.
You know you can plug this up to your computer.
To my computer?
Yeah, this is plugged up. Remember that night I had it on?
Oh, it was on your computer.
Yeah, it's plugged up the USB to my MacBook.
Oh, good. Good.
You see that's the cord right there. And it's right here to the side of my MacBook. So that way I ain't have to get no plug.
Oh, okay. I got my cord.
Yeah, so plug it up to your USB and then just plug it up into the side and then you good. So now, you know what I'm getting ready to go do? Put the stand on it.
Oh, yeah. Let me figure that out.
Oh, no. She said she got a lighted drill. She said the thing you use to put the beads on. Voodoo, you ain't tell us about that.
How you do that? Girl, now let me go find me a little small light and put inside this little drill thing.
So look, so Nan's lit more. I got to put the stand on. I don't know why this is like that.
Well, it's like, oh, yeah.
Like it's black. You would think it would be lit more if that wasn't there.
Well, was it like that? It wasn't like that when you had the plastic thing on, though.
Yeah, the plastic was on it. Remember, I pulled the plastic out, but that's how it is.
Well, I guess so. It's not as bright. I don't know, girl. I ain't gonna sit up and try to make up stuff.
Oh, see, look, there you go. It's lighter now.
Oh, yeah.
So it go up like 3, I guess, low, medium, and high. So I'm getting ready to go put the stand on it, label my things, and get my little work area. So we having sub sandwiches for dinner tonight.
Oh, I done had me some ribs, so I don't know if I'm gonna eat the rest.
You had ribs? Oh, what you must have?
Oh, I was sitting up here eating while you was talking about you don't like people eating on camera. Oh yeah, I was sitting up here eating.
No, but you was eating. You wasn't up here with me though.
I know I wasn't. If I was up there with you, you still would have known because I wouldn't be on camera. It's tape on this laptop, and so I don't even.
You know what's so crazy? You remember that? You remember the other night I was eating my pizza, right? I went mute, but I'm saying the ones that go straight live, it just started, and then they got their food right here. They're stupid. I mean, why not just go ahead and eat your food and then go live? I mean, it's like you're not multitasking. She said they $7.
No, I'm on Amazon right now.
I know you doing what I'm finna do.
I'm on Amazon right now. What is it called?
Lighted drill. I'm gonna say lighted diamond art drill.
I think it's called diamond art pen.
Oh, I see. It say lighted diamond art pen.
I got it. $8.99. I see 2 on for $5. So they have 4 for $8.99.
And you get the wax. They laughing at us.
I got a whole bunch of wax in my kit.
Oh, look at this one with 3 of them for $8.99. That's the one you see?
I see 3 for $6.99, but I see 4 of them for $8.99.
Yeah, that's the one I see. The 4 different colors.
Yeah, that's the one. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I ain't getting no grips. And she said they light up. You got to put batteries in them?
Okay, please tell me. Oh, it's a USB.
So it's the same thing with oh, okay, it light up so you can see where you're going.
Neat.
I like that. She said you get so much wax. Yes.
I got a lot of wax.
It's a 9-piece. Pen heads for painting, craft, pink, gold, red, and blue. I like that.
But I see blue and silver for $7.99. It's 4 of them.
I like that too. I see that. I could go with that. I don't have to have red.
Right. You look. That's what I'm going with. Cause
blue my favorite color anyway.
Mine too. Oh, but this one's gonna be here Thursday. The one for $8.99 with the black and silver gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay. They got one for $6.99. Did you see the 3-piece for $6.99 with the pouch?
Oh, we got the pouch with.
You get a pouch. I don't know why it's so blurry.
I see
There you
it.
go. You see that one?
Yeah, I might do black and silver because it's gonna be here tomorrow. I don't have to wait till Thursday. That's a whole freaking 4 days.
We ain't using it tomorrow. Oh, look at the tips on the bottom of this $6.99 one. You see how you can change the tips out? The
Well,
long
yeah, that's
one.
how it is on the one with the black and silver.
You can change the tips?
Yeah, you see the it show you the. Let me click on it again. I can't. Oh, I already clicked on it. Duh. But that's what the round and the square piece is.
Mm-hmm.
The round with the long.
So that's what they do. You see how the back of her phone case has the rhinestones, and that's how they made it with the pen.
It's called a katana too. You can use one of those, but they use those in doing nail art.
Oh, that ain't gonna be here to Friday if I go with that.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'll wait till Thursday. I'll still order it, and I'll wait till Thursday because I want my blue.
Yeah, I can wait till Thursday too.
Bye now.
She said, "Yes, I love." She said, "No, it's not USB." So how do it light up?
She said, "No, it is." She said, "It's a USB."
Oh, she said, "No, it's a USB." Okay, because I said batteries, and then she said, "I love my Katanta."
The one that I was just talking about.
Okay. You gonna come join us, Miss Sarah? It's in a 3-1. That was quick.
No, Lord, don't nobody else come on here telling us to buy nothing else now.
I know.
What is this? Diamond paint accessory tools. What is this little thing?
Look what I got in my basket. Cause it was so goddamn hot out there yesterday. I'm going.
I'm ready. Okay.
Yes, I'm going. When I go, that one is one that you can charge up, and then when you go, I can use that back here, and I can use it. And I bought me a tent last week. Man, when I tell you it was so hot out there at them games, I said I'm gonna be ready. So I'm curving all my Saturdays now to get off at 11 so I can see all my grandbaby games. Oh, like I tell people, it's something way more important than money. It's the time that I get to spend with him because I never know how long I'm gonna be here. So I want to make memories with him so he could always be like, well, my Gigi was at my game. So when I cut his hair Friday, he said, Gigi, you coming to my game tomorrow? I said, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, look at you being an old good Gigi.
Yeah, that's my boy. I mean, I gotta make memories with him because you never know. And money, to me, money ain't important. So I take off every other Saturday. But now since he, I was telling my daughter, I hope his game stay at noon, and then I can get off at 11. Work 7 to 11 on them opposite weekends. So she said I'll be popping by. Hopefully, I'll have supper wrapped up by then, or close should be. Ooh, you got a late supper. I bling stainless steels, tumbler, shirts, shoes. I mentioned shoes, pins, all kind. So you. So
what you for that? Yeah, this same thing. You can use it for that.
Is it the katana?
Yeah, different? It's Army Brown 09 crafting. It's Army Brown 09. She asked me what the name of my channel was.
Wait a minute. So I'm looking for a katana. It's coming up a damn sword. So what we were just looking at, that is called a katana.
You spell it with a C, not the K.
Oh shit! I got a whole K on here. It's a whole sword.
Did the pen come up with the C?
No, it's still showing a sword.
Really? Girl, do you see they have a vacuum, a little small handheld vacuum for this?
Oh, to get your diamond drills up?
Yes, they have a handheld.
Oh, so we need to go to the accessories.
Girl, we ain't finna order that. It's $9.99 though.
No, I'm good. Once I stopped opening my stuff up over the painting, I was fine. She said she used glass, resin, and jelly rhinestone. Okay. She really I think I am following you already.
I think I am following her already. Let me see. Crafting with your. Can you go right on my can you write on my community wall? And Miss Sarah, can y'all, whatever post that's on my community wall, can y'all go comment on it so I can follow y'all? I tried to find you last night, Miss Sarah, but it wouldn't I couldn't find you on YouTube. And crafting, can you go right on my community wall so I can click on y'all?
Look at this the $23.99 with the
diamond paintings. Oh, a story? Oh, girl.
And you can zip that up and take it with you.
Oh, Lord.
I might end up getting that. That might be my treat. That might be my treat for the week. Since I ain't buying no coloring books this week.
I ain't bought nothing. What did I buy? Lord, I bought something.
Oh no, they should have put the lighted pins and something like this, and look at the funnel.
Oh yes, but see that's what the tray for. That's what the tray for. They got the little hole on the end to pour it out. That's what that's for. It's the same.
Yeah, but I like that funnel. That funnel going straight
in
into it, and then it looked like it's some cushion down in here, and that thing is a little longer. The tubes are longer.
Okay.
I wish I would have saw that before we bought the one we bought. It's 60 slots. Ooh. They got a 30 slot for $20.99. 60. You might as well get 60, 30 more for $3.
Okay, for $3.
And then they got 120 for 40. I don't need that many.
Look at us. We done went all around the mulberry bush.
See, you say no spilling out. And it folds down. Your phone.
Oh. And how much you said that thing was?
$23.99. I just booked it. Oh, see, they go to the containers. See, the containers are bigger.
Oh yeah. And see, that's what I'm gonna need though for this diamond painting thing, because all of the colors are the same. I don't think they're gonna fit.
Look at your book. You see your book? How you could pack it up and take it with you?
Oh man.
She said, well, when the kids cook with me, it always seems to take longer, LOL. And we have fried pork chops tonight, and that's one of my son's favorites to cook.
Ooh,
so
yes, fried pork chops.
Oh, that's nice, Sarah, to have them in there cooking.
Come on,
you came back in here? Yeah, she said, I'll go over there, be right back. She just said she'll be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking at the accessories. I wish they had a deal on it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we need to buy two, get two free or something.
I know.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, you have to buy something else with it for you to get a deal.
Oh,
I ain't see if you come back in here.
I ain't see her come back. She might be speaking to it. She might have found her earlier in the chat or something.
I'm trying to see now. That's $15. That was a light board.
Well, how much was ours? I don't even remember.
Well, we got a kit with ours, but look at that light board. You see how it's sitting on the like a paint easels?
Uh-huh.
I have some of them paint easels too.
Lord, we not getting no easels either. I mean, are we?
Nah, I ain't buying no easel. You know, you should have a she said she just dropped the comment for you.
Okay.
You should have paint easels.
I have one from when I did that painting praise.
Okay. I can't wait till you do that one again. I actually have some paintings that I did from that I bought from ItsjusPolo for Valentine's Day, and we ended up cooking, so we didn't ever paint. I still got the stuff. I need to hurry up and do it before that paint dry.
Yeah,
I think this one we bought something like, I think I bought this one for $10.99.
Did I pay $10.99? I don't even remember. Ain't that something?
Yeah, but we didn't get the kit. We didn't get the kit. Something like that. But let me jump my butt off here so you can get ready, because it's about it's 3 o'clock now here, so I know it's 4. So you got what, an hour and a half?
2.5 hours.
2.5. Oh yes, you 6:30. That's right. All right. Well, I'll see you in a minute.
All right.
All right.
Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all later. If y'all coming over at 6:30, we'll be doing diamond painting. Me, Polo, Voodoo, Viewers of View, Leilani. Hopefully Miss Sarah comes, and crafting. If anybody else want to join us, come on over. Please subscribe to Polo and like the video. I know she ain't going to tell you to like
it. Thank you.
Like the video. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed the conversation. I appreciate everybody, and I really do appreciate Armin for coming up here and helping me with my commentary. And you're welcome, Miss Sarah, and I appreciate you for stopping by. And crafting and Slimpy Thick and No Nonsense and Dr. Jez and Betty White and View and trying to remember off the top of my head. Y'all know I'm old. Armin, Demetria, everybody that was into the conversation, everybody that was in the bushes. Okay, thank you. And thank you, Demetria, for sharing the video. She said, bye, everyone. See you around the streams. Take care. You take care as well. And everybody be blessed. Stay safe. Wear your mask. And I'll see y'all later on at Armin Brown's channel. Y'all come and kick it with us. All right, later.